Good evening, everybody. Happy Thursday. How is everybody doing today? I want to make sure that everybody can hear me, so put a one in the chat if you can hear me. Okay, so looks like you all can hear me. That's good. So before I get started, let me see who I have in the chat. Looks like who that Janice, Bond, Larry, Tara. And Tara is new. So welcome, Tara. Scorpio Mama, Shay, SBK, Wanda, and I said what I said. Did I miss anybody? I hope I didn't miss anybody. If I did, please say something in the chat so that I'll know. I don't want to leave anybody out. And so, if you have not liked the live, can you do me a favor and like the live so that it can get the algorithm going? Other people will know that we're live. I appreciate it. Thank you, Tara. So, let me, first of all, thank you all for helping me get to 1,000 subscribers. I appreciate every one of you, everyone who's ever watched my content, liked it, shared it, whatever you did, especially subscribing to the channel, whatever you did to help this channel grow. I want you to know that I appreciate each and every one of you. And I pray that God continues to bless your life. Thanks, Who Dat. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate all of you. So you know how I do. What did Scorpio say? What is Scorpio? I'm assuming that you're talking to SBK. I don't know. But anywho, let me go ahead and ask the question. And my question is, thanks, Wanda. My first question is, who likes to fix stuff? Put a one in the chat if you like to fix stuff, and put a two in the chat if you don't. Yes, she is funny. Janice says she does. Tara says she does. Scorpio Mama says she fixes what she breaks. Bond said it depends. Shay said it depends on what it is. Wanda says she fixing nothing. She's going to pay somebody to fix it. I like honesty, Shay. Fix anything, who that? Okay. So, my next question is, for those who like to fix things, what are some of the things you like to fix? What are some of the things that you like to fix? Shay says she likes to fix food. Janice said her attitude. Who else? Okay, Scorpio Mama. Okay. Some of y'all, I'm going to come back to your comments. I'm like, when it's time to eat. Y'all are funny today. I also like to fix a past due bill with a new month. Okay. Okay. You said they bond. You want it with them? Hey, Jamila. Welcome. Okay, so I'm trying to keep up with y'all's comments, but I don't think I'm doing such a great job right now. So let me go on. Some people jump the gun and went ahead and talked about my next question before I even asked the question. And my next question, I'm going to say it anyway, is who likes to fix relationships? For example, family members and friends who no longer speak to each other. So just put a 3 in the chat for yes and a 4 for no. And I highlighted a few comments. I'm going to go back and read them. Hey, Abril, how are you today? Welcome. Three, Abril 3, Tara 3, Larry 3, Janice 3. I said what I said. Oh, I know you. I know you will have a 3 because you talked about it before. You know what? Scorpio, you've been around long enough for me to know how you operate. I know you don't follow instructions. I already know that. I accept you for who you are, Scorpio. I'm not trying to change you. I just go with the flow. The last question was, why did Vaughn put a 2? What you putting a 2 for, Vaughn? This a 3 or a 4. So the question, Wanda, was for those who like to fix relationships, example, family members and friends who no longer speak to each other. Put a 3 if you like to fix those relationships, and put a 4 if you don't. For some reason, Vaughn wanted to put a 2. She's worse than Scorpio Mama. She just, you know, I don't know which. Maybe she's behind. Vaughn, catch up with the live. Y'all should be glad that I have patience. Okay, Shay. Shay says she's 1. Okay, Vaughn. Janice said 4 because she may be the reason they're not even speaking. Wow. Wait a minute, Scorpio. You see, don't compare, don't compare you to her. And she said, her. Okay. I'm gonna come back to that one too. I'm just reading y'all's comments. I'm not reading them out loud, but I'm um reading some of y'all's comments. You can see them on the screen. Abril is actually um just Alice Blessed Child. The PayPal is just Alice Blessed Child. Oh, okay, Shay. Okay. Have fun. Okay, Vaughn. Okay. So before I go on, let me read some of these comments that I highlighted. So when I asked the question, who likes to fix stuff, before I even asked my third question, well, no, I said, what do you like to fix? And this was the answer. So Shay said some family situations. I said what I said, normally problems that other people have. Tara says, I like to try and fix family relationships. For example, if I had two aunts who haven't spoken in years or something like that. And then my last question was, who likes to fix family relationships? Fix relationships, and example, family members and friends who no longer speak to each other. And who that said, don't get involved, that can get too messy. Tara says, I'm usually the neutral one who tries to get people in my family to make peace because tomorrow isn't promised to nobody. I tell them to get it right before it's too late. Jamila said, I'm that family member that everyone stops speaking to, LOL. Then everyone try to fix it. And I'm like, I'm good on them. Okay. And Wanda says, 4, they gotta handle their business. Y'all had some pretty good comments in here. So let me carry on. Abril says, broken relationships bother me, but in some situations I don't bother because it's too toxic. Here comes real. Wait a minute, y'all. Hold on for a second. Okay, I didn't want to cough in your ear. Real comes in with, what was the question? Well, Real, I'm just going to say the third question. And that question is, who likes to fix relationships? Example, family members and friends who no longer speak to each other. A 3, if you'd like to fix those relationships, and a 4, if you don't. So I'll give you some seconds to answer that. April, Scorpio mama will do that to you. She will have you cracking up in the chat. And she's equal opportunity. She will have you cracking up in anybody's chat. Okay, so Real said he tried that, and sometimes it can end up turning on you. So let me go ahead and say what I plan to say in this live. Tara said, I don't get involved unless I think there's a possibility for peace. So I'm not going to look at the comments right now, y'all. But I'm going to tell you a couple of things about me, share a little short stories about me. So I would consider myself a misfixit from the time I was a child till adulthood. I always try to fix things. I would try to fix items that were broken, but more importantly, I would try to fix things when it comes to people. I'm keeping you grounded. Well, praise God for that. Um, so for instance, when I was growing up, I was little, um, but I would stand up for my friend. Okay, Scorpio Mama. Um, yeah, I would stand up for my friends. So, for instance, I was like 5'3", and I had a friend, real close friend, who was, I say she was probably 5'6", 5'7". She was taller than me, but for some reason, people would pick on her, but she wouldn't stand up for herself. And so, me being the person that I was, they could be taller than her, but I would stand up to them. I would tell them, now picture this. Picture someone 5'3", 115 pounds, looking up to somebody who's 5'8" or taller, and telling them to pick on somebody their size. That was me. I was that girl. Now, I don't know. I don't know if I was using the strength that my grandmother preyed upon me. I don't know. But I do know that I would stand up to anybody. It didn't matter what size they were. And it didn't matter who was being picked on. Um, I was never afraid of bullies. Never. So when it came to relationships with that, I would try to fix it. That's right. I said what I said. The small people are normally the pit bulls for some reason. I was that. I was that girl. And then another instance, this was when I was a teenager with my friend. But another instance was my aunt, one of my mother's sisters, um, had a problem with the apartment that she was living in. And so they were giving her a hard time. She had a hole in her ceiling and they weren't coming to fix it. Now that was not my business, but I took it upon myself to call the rental office and let them know that they better fix that hole in my aunt's ceiling. She was going to pay them rent and live like that. And like I said, that had nothing to do with me, but I bet my aunt's hole in her ceiling got fixed after I told those people what I had to tell them. So, yeah, I've always been that girl. But I think a lot of women, not all, but I think a lot of women try to fix things, especially relationships. And again, I was one of those. And then a lot of times when you're a giver, you seem to tend to want to see other people happy. So givers also are trying to fix things, especially fixing relationships. But the fact of the matter is that we can't always fix things. Sometimes we wear ourselves out trying to take on things that are out of our control. How many of you know about the prayer of serenity? How many of you have ever read it or actually said it? Of course you do, Vaughn. Yeah, Tara, you have my condolences. Um, but I did not read your I did not read your comment. Hey, Senna, because you used the M word. But please accept my condolences as well. So the prayer of serenity is actually longer, but what the part that I say and the part that I've suggested to others is, okay, Senna, drive safely. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Oh, Tara, I know you meant no harm. I know you meant no harm. So, yeah, it's a YouTube thing. So, we have to choose our battles. When we see something that may not be right, it's not always our place or our job to try to fix it. We should put things in God's hands and let Him handle it. We can often make matters worse when we interfere. And I believe a couple of people said that. Today's scripture verse comes from Romans chapter 12, verse 19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourself, but rather give peace unto wrath, for it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord. If I had to summarize this scripture in 5 words, those 5 words would be pray and mind your business. One thing I would definitely recommend when it comes to relationships is do your best to avoid giving unsolicited advice. And I think somebody said it. I think Real was the one that said it can come back on you. I've had so many people with in my family that have had issues with their relationships, and I had my opinion, and sometimes I'd voice my opinions, and more often I wouldn't have voiced my opinion. I'd just keep it to myself. But most of the time, those relationships have been repaired. And if I had said something, I would have been the one looking bad. So it is so important to mind your business. And if you feel that people need to work things out, pray on it. And I would tell you without a shadow of a doubt that if a relationship is meant to mend, God will mend that relationship. It may not be in a time that you feel that it should be mended, but He will mend the broken relationships that are meant to be mended. So that's my spiel for the day. If anyone wants to come up, I have the link pinned in the chat. If anyone wants to come up and share your comments about the subject, please feel free to hit that link and come up. I'm going to give you a little while to come up. Meanwhile, I'm just going to play this to remind everyone to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. I see that Blue has entered the chat. Hey, Blue, how are you? I said what I said is here. Hey, sis, how are you? You're muted. You're on mute. I said what I said.
Okay, I see that. I see that now. Alex, sorry about that.
Okay.
I'm just talking, and I'm all on mute. And I was actually prepared today, so I'm working on that procrastination mess. Last week, or maybe the remember. I'm on so many lives, I can't remember what's what now these days. But
Uh-huh.
as far as like you said, trying to fix stuff, yeah, we definitely need to let God fix it because I had to learn the hard way to get out of everybody's business,
Mm-hmm.
let them handle their own affairs and business because I used to solicit my advice to people, and sometimes it was appreciated and sometimes it wasn't. So now I don't solicit any information unless you ask me. But I'm still gonna give you the hard raw truth, like Scorpio mama say. It's gonna be
Uh-huh. If they ask.
if they ask, but if
Yeah.
they don't, yeah, if they don't ask, don't tell no more. So I had to learn the hard way to do that. And actually, when you do that, you have more peace in your life.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you have a little bit less stress and a lot more peace in your life. And it's real ironic that you have this subject today because my cousin just called me last night talking about this. And I just, I'm serious. And I just had to remind her. Well, first she was complaining, but she's a complainer anyway. So, and
Uh-huh.
I'm really the only one that'll listen to it. Nobody else really want to listen. And she's like, nobody want to talk to me, and nobody call me. And I'm like, well, I just called you a couple weeks ago, and you said you was in school, you said you were working, and you married. So why would people call you, you know, when they don't know when you're available? Nobody knows when you're available and when you're not available. We used to
Right.
know when you wasn't in school, but now that you've added something else to your plate, I'm sure a lot of people probably just don't want to bother you because they don't know if you're busy or not. And I said, I don't understand why you're taking that personal. And she was
Mm-hmm.
like, well, you're the only one that'll really talk to me. My other relationships are one sided. I'm like, well, yeah, we up here, Center. Yes, ma'am. You didn't have to make us come. We came today on our own. Yeah, you didn't have to instruct us today, Miss Center. So I thought I'd come up here before you make me. So I was all prepared and everything. But but and I was just explaining to her, and she's always talking about her siblings, but her siblings have never been close. So I just had to break it down. Now look at here now. Shit. Excuse me. I was like, now look at here. Y'all was never close anyway. And
Come on, Tara.
I
Go ahead.
understand that your mom passed away, but that just didn't change the factor. Sometimes when somebody is when they pass away, that do bring families closer, or sometimes it pulled them apart further. Okay. And so
Uh-huh.
I've seen it in both situations. Now, when my mom passed away, it pulled us together closer. but we were already pretty much a close-knit family anyway with our mother, and they wasn't. And so that's what I tried to explain to her. Well, y'all was never that close even when your mom was here. So why would
Mm-hmm.
that bring y'all closer because she's not here? And in my opinion, a lot of times, when the matriarch leave the family, a lot of people just start showing out and doing what they wanted to do anyway. And the only reason why they wasn't doing what they wanted to do is because of the matriarch of the family. And once that matriarch leave, then people just feel like, okay, well, nobody watching me, so I can just do what I want to do, say what I want to say, and just live my life the way I want to without any instruction. And so that's the way I saw her, saw her family,
Mm-hmm.
with her and her siblings. And I just explained to her, you're gonna have to stop worrying about other people and just worry about yourself. Stop looking for people that's not looking for you. They'll come find you when they want you. And so if you want to call them, or however you want to treat the relationship, is for you, it's not for them, and it's not a tit for tat. So if you want to
Right.
call somebody, call them. If you don't want to call them, don't call them. Do what you want to do and just take that stress out your life. Because if you sit around and stress about it, all you're going to do is just make yourself madder, or more worried, And so why add that worry on when there's nothing really to worry about? And so she was like, I understand, I understand. And I say, anyway, you got your favorites out the family. Just call your favorite brother, the one you like to call on. And well, he don't really want to talk to me. He's not my favorite. Yes, he is, because you responded right away when I said that. And you knew exactly who I was talking about, because you have two brothers. But you brought up the one that you really favored them, like, the most.
Uh,
And so she real fun.
she
I love her.
asked. She didn't ask which one you talking about.
Yeah, she didn't even ask which one I was talking about. So we already automatically, everybody know that's her favorite.
Uh-huh.
And I'm pretty sure her siblings know that that's her favorite. But it is what it is. And so everybody got favorites in the family. Some people you prefer to be around, some people you prefer not to be around. You just tolerate them, and that's how it is in every family, you know.
Yeah.
And so I just tried to, let her know. I said, well, child, I told you about a couple years ago I was gonna get out of everybody's business, and that included my kids. I
Mm-hmm.
got out of all of their business. I stopped calling them and looking for them, and now they looking for me. You don't call no more. And you always online. I said, I got a whole new set of friends online. I don't really have to talk to y'all no more.
And did.
I got me a whole new online family now. So, when I talk to y'all, I'll talk to y'all. I said, now that I got some new friends, all of y'all want to call me and, want to be
Uh,
bothered with me. When I ain't have nobody, then y'all was content with that. But now I got some new friends, and now y'all jealous and upset. And I was I,
Hmm.
was- I was for real with that though. I really do. I got some new
oh,
online friends, and I'm content with my new online friends.
Fact. It's be like, oh well, feel sorry for you.
I mean, I still talk to them, but they wasn't
uh-huh.
paying me that much attention anyway.
Yeah, I have to say I met some great people on YouTube.
Yeah, I have too. And so and I'm gonna have to go in a few minutes because I have another obligation that I have to attend today. Um
Okay.
but and that's why I can't, and that's another reason why I was prepared to come up here.
Okay.
It ain't cause it's not because I'm working. I'm doing better, a whole lot better, y'all. It's just that I
Yeah.
had something else to do, and I wanted to make sure I come up here and say what I needed to say. But yeah, Alice. So as
I
Mm.
far
appreciate your honesty.
oh well, you're gonna get that anyway.
Uh,
I don't know no other way to be, y'all, but honest. I call it just like it is. If it's a red apple, I'm gonna call it a red apple.
uh-huh.
I don't have that
Hmm.
in between. I really don't. I don't know. I've never had the in between. I don't know how to fudge, and I don't know how to, fake and shake. I'm just who I am. And
Hmm.
as far as friends go, I heard you say that you was taken up for one of your friends, and that used to be me when I was in school. If it was the underdog, then I'm gonna be their friend for whatever reason. And
Hmm.
maybe it was because I like to solve problems. I don't know. But I've had two friends like that. They were the underdogs, and you know how kids can be cruel, right? And
Uh-huh.
so I made sure that I was their friend when nobody else didn't like them, and I dared everybody to mess with them. You better not mess with them because you have to go through me to do that. And
Yep,
like
that
I
was
said,
me.
Yeah, and I was always the tallest kid in school, so nobody really didn't mess with me. And also, if you had a fight with me, you had to fight my brother and sister too because we rolled in threes.
Mhm.
So that made me real fearless when I was in school. So I didn't, and it wasn't even so much of just having my brothers and sisters around because most of the time when I had a fight, I initiated it because my temper was real bad, and I really did. I just like one time I slapped this boy in school, because the teacher told us to be quiet and he wouldn't be quiet, and I was ready to eat lunch. And we couldn't eat lunch unless everybody got quiet. And I was like, well, didn't you hear what the teacher said? Oh, he was like, forget that teacher and blah, blah. And so I just hauled off and slapped him because he made me mad.
Oh,
And we had to fight out the school and everything. And I was beating him up at first. And I kicked him. And he said, well, kick me again. And I kicked him again. So he caught my leg and pushed me on the ground, got on top of me and started beating me up. So once I started losing the fight, then my sister and brother jumped in. But so, and that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about when I talk about me. But thank God I've outgrown all of that, I don't fight people no more, and I don't get in people business no more. But it's been a long journey to get away from that. It wasn't easy. I'm
right.
serious. I really did have to get out of people business because it was a lot of stress on me.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of stress on you when you go around trying to handle everybody else's problem. Now, if we have somebody in a family and they not getting along or whatever, and I'll let some time go by, maybe a year or two, but then after that, I'll be like, okay, you need to let that go. Y'all need to talk. And a lot of times I don't even say a lot. I'll be like, well, families have problems, that it is what it is. You forgive other people, so you should be able to forgive your family member. And I just kind of let it go at that. And then eventually everybody kind of come back together. But like I try to explain to everybody, when you mad at this one and this one is mad at you, it's really a riff on the whole family because you have to you want people to pick and choose, and nobody ain't got time for all of that.
Yeah.
So it's not just you and that person getting into it. You breaking up the whole family, especially if it's somebody in the family is what we call, well, I wouldn't even say important, but let's just put it like this. If like I've had aunties and nieces and nephews and stuff mad at each other. And so my auntie is somebody that everybody revere. So if you got a problem with one of my aunties, and my aunties are both the very sweetest people on earth, and you couldn't imagine why anybody would get mad at them. And I know they're not perfect, but they do try to accommodate you. You know what I mean? And they're not the type of aunties that like to cause a lot of riffraff in the family. They're the ones who actually try to keep the family together. So if somebody got a problem with them, it's really that person. It's really not my auntie and them. Now sometimes they do some slick stuff, and but at the end of the day, they took care of all of us. And so, even if they do a little slick stuff, you should still be able to forgive them, because there's nothing that terrible where you can't forgive them.
Right.
And so thank you for letting me come on the panel. I have to get ready to get out of here, but I will be listening in the bushes though as I travel to where I'm going.
Okay. All right. Be safe.
All right. And Real, you have a great day. And I know you have a lot to say also.
No, I'm just listening to you.
Well, I appreciate that, Real.
No problem. And you be safe, and you go back hiding in the bushes peeking.
Well, I'm not going to be hot. I'm going to be driving. Actually, I have to. Yeah, I have an engagement I have to get to.
Excuse me.
You're excused.
Sheesh. Oh my gosh, you're hilarious. So I was going to say something, but then when I was looking down at the chat, but for some reason I can't type back up in there. I have to get another device. What I was going to say is like, Journey basically took the words out of my mouth of what I was going to explain about fixing issues, problems, or relationships. And you basically have to be able to read the room on situations like that. And I'm sure everyone has some sort of ability to be able to see a situation, whether something can be fixed or not. And when people have too much trauma or toxicity inside of a situation, whether it be like boyfriend, girlfriend, cousins, brothers and sisters, associates, if there's something that has been internally damaged between people, and you try to put yourself inside that mix to try to fix something, you have to leave it alone. You have to leave it alone. And I've experienced that with trying to help certain family members and hold on. Family members and friends who, constantly dealt with certain issues and problems, and oh, my money, oh, these guys, oh, stealing money from my children, and getting locked up and all kinds of stuff. And you can try to speak sense into them to try to help the problem and try to fix their hurt, but at the end of the day, it's like that's one of those situations where no matter what you say, no matter what you do, no matter how good you think that you can talk or what you've been endowed with, those type of situations you're just not going to be able to fix because they have to learn to fix it themselves.
Right.
And it became a burden because I would spend hours, days, weeks, years with certain people trying to help them because they've seen me help other people. But then, if I see that somebody, these guys keep doing this, okay, you need to stop dating these type of guys. You need to stop dating, oh, well, he's not thuggish enough and he's not this and he worked too much. Okay, then you get this guy who, in and out of jail, thugging, scamming, scheming, this and that, and that's the type you like. But then you're hurt after, cheating and multiple baby mamas and this and stuff, and you try to teach that person something, they just want what they want. So with that, there's no fixing it.
Right.
It's like, it's just something that they have to get over themselves. Then there's the type where you can fix, where if you see somebody's in the middle ground, you can talk some sense into both parties. And sometimes people will point the fingers at other people, but then sometimes I tell them, well, why don't you look at yourself? Because I like to hear all three sides, their side, the other person's side, and then figure out the whole truth of the matter so I can like break it down. And it's like people have to choose to want to listen. Some people are built and adhere to evil. You're never going to be able to fix a situation like that. And they're just going to be evil till their deathbed. Excuse that word. And that, with that being said, I know y'all know somebody who's just been, their ways and their personality and everything's been horrible. It's been disgusting, despicable, deplorable. And even, they'll get sick and even, going into a facility where they need help and isn't it still mean, still horrible, still pointing and blaming everybody, even until their last breath. All you can do is try. But if you see that certain things are just draining you, you have to give that up to God, or you have to work even harder and pray on that situation and meditate on that situation. Because some people, you can have the power to talk and have the spirit within inside you, but if somebody's holding on to some really powerful evil stuff or trauma or the fighting their inner demons, you can do all you want, but it's their countenance that's going to want to have to keep that stuff away. Because it's like they can easily fall back into temptation, easily fall back into the same problem that you helped fix. And I've seen this in the community of families. That's one thing that one of the most, I guess, if you want to call the liaison or like that smart person who's second in command, you can come along and try to fix that situation. But because those people are slowly on a slightly lower level, like mentally on their mindset, because of the things and choices that they choose, you will always be the enemy. You will always be the toxic one, even if you come together and help and let's fix this and let's do that. And it'll just turn back on you. Like you didn't do anything wrong, nothing. But those people will team up and point you out as the adversary. And with toxic stuff like that, remove yourself, just stand back and watch. And it's like, okay, I can't fix it, but I can plant a seed. The next step is you stepping forward. I gave you this key. Now you open the door and walk through the door. Give you the keys of what to do. And sometimes we all have to realize there's something that we can't fix just at that moment. Things take time. Things take months. Things take years. People have to mature. People have to go through sometimes crazy stuff for them to wake up. Then you got those people where you try to fix things and you could be telling them all the right things, but because it's you, they don't want to hear it from you. They don't want to hear it from you. They don't want to see it from you. You could be doing the right thing. You can tell them for years on end. Someone else comes along and tells them, thank you so much. You done saved my life. And oh, thank you. I've been telling you, well, it was you. I didn't want to hear from you. It's just, it'll be like that sometimes. But you can chime on in. I don't want to keep
Yeah.
babbling on.
No, I wanted to hear what you had to say. I was reading some of Blue's comments too. But what I say is, the older I get, the more I see how important it is to just mind my business. Now, if I pray about a situation and I feel the direction from God to say something, then that's something totally different. But a lot of times we can think that we're fixing something without actually taking time to think, is it me or is this something that God wants? And like I said before, if I believe if it's something that God wants, it's going to happen. He might use 3-4 people to get his message across. But if it's in his will, he's going to make a way to mend broken relationships. But let me read some of what Blue had to say.
Yeah, I saw that. I was reading it, and yes, I can agree with some of the stuff she
Yeah.
said.
Oftentimes it's not other people that cause us issues when we choose to interject without getting direction. We bring this suffering on ourselves, which is basically what I just said.
Mhm.
And then she said, and if we are used as a vessel to help a situation, by no means are we fixing it. We are just doing our part based on direction.
Yes. Yes.
Also, if we of our own will and mind could fix things, then what will we need a higher power for? Just because we want to do something and have the means to do it does not mean it's for us to do it. That is so true.
hmm hmm
I definitely agree.
Yeah, we can't fix everything. There's only a certain amount of things that we can know to fix because of us ingesting or however we was able to get that knowledge back then when we ate of the tree of knowledge. But then after that, it only goes up to what, like 40-50%. You're still going to have
Mhm.
another half missing. And that's where God comes into play because we don't know everything. We don't. We're just not going to know everything. And then
Hi,
God could,
Casey. Go ahead.
no, yeah. God could send someone through his power or their power, its power to help you out with a situation. And you know what else I've been realizing too? When certain things happen and there's certain relationships that are going on, we can't always look at it as oh, this needs to be fixed and oh, what can we do and stuff. I'm starting to realize that there's certain things that happen and I realize it's for a reason and it's meant to be like that, because the more I read and the more things I see, it's like God can send spirits of vengeance. Like there's spirits of vengeance that were made to be a spirit of vengeance. He can send certain things to dispel certain things. Like if somebody was praying for a situation really, really hard, where it's like, oh, please, God, I need you to remove, despair and riffraff and confusion from my life and remove this evil from me and Satan get behind me. And if you keep praying on that, that could be causing a situation where it's like, okay, you and that person can't get along on a subject, so it causes y'all to be apart. But then it was done in a way that you're not understanding. But it's like, okay, now that person doesn't want to talk to you anymore, but that person never meant any good for you. So God allowed that to happen. He allowed the confusion to happen to allow you to have a better footing in life. So just because we don't speak to somebody or we feel like we need to fix a situation, it's like sometimes not fixing a situation and can help save your life or be even better for you. You know, because there could be toxic situations and all sorts of stuff. And oh, I'm hoping and I'm praying and I want this to get better. You seen what Pharaoh did, right? Like Moses kept warning him and kept talking to him and wanted him to do better. But when Pharaoh hardened his heart and sealed his thoughts with like a rod of iron, what can you do at that point? There's no fixing nothing. So we got to look at something like that too. Like, okay, what if this is God's judgment on something, or those spirits of vengeance? Take a step back. But that's why you got to pray on stuff, or you just got to choose each battle carefully and get all the evidence before you just run into it. Or sometimes just plant your seed and go. So
yeah, we really have to know how to get better. For those of us who are believers, we have to know how to get better at operating under the direction of God instead of what we want. Because what we may want is not necessarily what God wants.
And as for choosing battles, biblically, that battle is not ours in the first place. Correct. It's not, because I'm starting to see that too. Because sometimes a battle, you could think it's your battle, but if you're predestined for a battle that God has already chosen, your mind is thinking it's yours to fight. Just like Samson, when he was to fight all of Philistines, it was his battle physically and emotionally, but in the spiritual realm, God created him and endowed him with that superhuman ability through his hair to be able to execute all that, what needed to be done. So it's just like sometimes you just don't know.
Right.
And to this day, there could be stuff like that still going on, but because it's been looked upon as, oh, that stuff don't happen no more, miracles don't happen no more, and it's like, don't let nobody put that inside your head. God still does stuff, it still works miracles, and there's still things that go on. It's just hidden behind oh, well, this just happened, or this miraculously happened, and it's like God still works.
Hey, Key. Thanks for joining. Be safe out there, Shay.
Spirit, not
Will, you be
sports.
safe out there too.
Sorry.
Okay, so Tara is joining. Hey, Tara.
Hi, Miss Alice. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm okay. No, I wanted to I apologize for using that word. I'm still kind of getting used to certain things on here on
It's
YouTube.
YouTube.
Yes, ma'am. So the thing is the reason I was saying that about intervening, it just really kind of for me depends on the situation. Um, I don't try to get too involved with stuff like that because it can backfire on you. But if I think it's a situation like with one of my family members that were close and they have fallen out for a few years, and even though they're no longer speaking, like they both kind of miss each other. You get what I'm saying? Like, well, they just say, okay, for example, I have two aunts that's like that, and they were once really close, and now they've been just kind of pig-headed and stubborn, and don't want to apologize first, even though they miss one another. Like they'll relay back to me, they miss the fun they had to get, that type of thing, fun and all of that. So, but both are too stubborn to say, hey, let's sit down and talk. I'm sorry, Um, so that kind of thing I might intervene in, because like I said, my mother, I didn't even get a chance to even know my mom, and coming up, I didn't even have my dad, and I didn't know
How
who
old were
he
you?
was.
How old were
You
you
know,
when your mother passed?
I had just literally turned one when my
Wow.
mother was killed. My birthday is November 20th, right? Uh, and she passed away on Christmas. So I literally had just turned a year old. So I have no memories of my mother, none of that, And like I said, my dad, I didn't meet him until my when I went to college, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so my mother was only 16 when she was killed. Well, when she was unalived by her stepdad. And like I said, this is Christmas Day. Um, and just from other family members, I've been told like that her and my grandmother kind of had a toxic kind of relationship. And I think right at the end, they kind of made a little bit of peace. But at the same time, um, my grandmother took it so hard. And, my family would tell me how she would say, like, I don't even want to see another Christmas again, And she started drinking and real heavy and all of that. So the following year, after my mother passed away, right before that 1 year mark of my mother being passed away, my grandmother died that December, the following year, like December 12th, I think it was. And at a stroke at the brain because she was brokenhearted. You really can pass from that. And she had a lot of regrets, like, that they really wasted so many years having issues with one another. And that's time that you can't get back. So for me, that's why I try to, if there's a way where you can kind of, come together and meet together and kind of squash things and make peace, it to me it's a good thing. Because you don't want to something happen and then it's too late. You can't go back and change that. So that'll be a guilt that you'll always feel. So that's why if I can mediate or something like that with a situation where I think that there's a possibility of reconciliation between two family members, I try to do that. But otherwise, I kind of stay out of it. If it's not a situation where unless it's a situation where I feel like there's no hope, you know. I
Mm-hmm.
try to think of things on more of a positive side, you know. But I realize that some relationships are beyond repair. So, I just wanted to explain what I meant when I was saying that about my mom. Is because, like I said, my grandmother, the following year, right before Christmas, she died of a stroke at the brain, and it was because her heart was so broken from the situation, and she didn't get to really. They made peace, but they hadn't the relationship. I guess wasn't fully restored, and so she lived with that guilt, and then especially the fact that this man had actually was molesting my mom and my aunt, my her younger sisters. And when my mom told her, apparently, back in those days, you don't talk about that kind of stuff. It's taboo, right? So, um, my grandmother denied it. She was in denial that her husband did that,
Mm.
and so that was another guilt that she lived with. Like maybe if she had done something, or to and not being in denial and tell my mother that she was lying, you know.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm the way I am when it comes to that type of thing. But I don't really try to stick my nose in things. I'm a very peaceful person. It's really hard to get me out of that, you know, unless you have to do something really bad to tick me off really bad for me to snap,
Mhm.
But that's kind of why I get involved. I just want to come on and explain that.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming up and sharing.
Yes, ma'am. And I know I was a bit long-winded, but I just wanted to
It's
explain.
okay. I'm
Okay.
used to long-winded people
Yes,
coming on my panel,
ma'am.
right? Real.
Mhm. Yes, ma'am. Like, well, I probably won't come on probably again because I kind of like to just stay in chat, but this particular time I just wanted to kind of understand, kind of explain what I was
Okay.
meaning. Yes, ma'am.
Hmm.
But I enjoyed you guys. I hope you guys have a great day today.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you coming up and sharing
Oh,
again. And
yes,
don't
ma'am.
worry
Thank
about,
you.
I'm just messing with you about being long-winded. I had two other people before you want to
Yes,
spill
ma'am.
on that are very long-winded.
Yeah, you ain't got nothing on me.
Oh, goodness. But thank you guys for even allowing me to come on. Though. I really appreciate that.
Oh, you're welcome. Anytime.
Yes. Okay, I'm going to pop back down. You guys have a good day. Okay.
You too. All right.
You too. Yeah.
Anything else you'd like to say, Real?
No. So again, just we gotta
Vaughn, come
read.
on up.
Yeah. Come on up. Get your get your cup of tea. Get your coffee and your creamer.
Hush,
Come
Blue.
on. Or blue. I know one of y'all want to pop up here. Come on. Come on now. Come and get your fix. Come and speak your voice. Nah, but I like what Blue was saying about the assist part. So that's
Oh,
like a
let me
better
go back.
word. Go ahead.
Yeah, let me go. She had a couple of more comments. Blue is all up in the comments. Hold
I
up.
know. She might as well
Let me
just pop up
bring
here.
yeah, let me bring Vaughn up. Hold up, Vaughn. Let me read Blue's comments.
There we go.
If we spend more time looking in the mirror at our own reflections, our own things that need fixing, we will have less time to look at others. That is 100% true. I'm mastering that, minding my business, because I got enough going on with Alice. When we can share with others, assist others, not fix but assist, it's when we can use our experiences in a good way and see positive outcomes come. That's true. So,
Um, yeah,
okay, okay, Blue.
yeah. But we also have to remember too. I'm gonna say this one quick thing. It's not that we try to fix people's problems or try to assist them in their problems, but we all can agree to this. People tell us their issues and tell us their problems. And it's like the way that it weighs in on us, we find ourselves trying to help out a situation because if somebody's constantly calling you or letting you know about a problem or, oh, I ain't going to this cookout because of this family member or this person keeps doing it to me, you're almost kind of forced to give your input versus just sitting there saying nothing.
Hmm.
So,
Blue, did you want to come up to say something? Because you're doing a lot of
yeah, a lot of yapping in the
typing.
chat. Come on.
Oh, she don't have anything to say now.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, y'all, calling out long-winded people and
Oh
my
boy.
name come up. And I know I don't be doing a whole lot of talking, but that's just what it sounds like to y'all. Cause to me, it's really just what I'm thinking. And that's all I got to say about that. 'Cause
Thinking
I'm lying.
for 8 hour
Look,
lives.
I'm up here lying.
Yes. Tremendous.
Trying to change the narrative, move the needle, but it's okay, Tara. We welcome long-windedness and take over spirits. It's okay. But I was
I think
gonna
I
say,
attract those types of people.
Miss Alice.
and do. And do.
Oh, go ahead, Vaughn.
Okay, so of course, I've had my, times of, messy. When people be having a problem and I try to fix it and it get worse. And what I've learned is, what I would do was like, well, have you told her this or have you said anything? And then the person be like, no, I ain't said nothing. Now, this is when I was much younger. Okay. It was like, they'd be like, oh, I ain't said nothing. So then I would be like, I would take it upon myself to tell what the other person said. And I learned from that. Okay. Recent experience when two people are having a problem, I've learned not to be a side taker because I will take your side and not know the full story and then be looking crazy like, wait a minute, especially now I'm not going to play innocent, especially if you like, let's say you have a problem with the person and I know I've had a problem with a person and you say something, then I'll be like, oh, and then I'll take your side because it's like, well, if we both feeling this way or if the three of us is feeling this way, they must be the problem. But because I am a side taker, I'm going to take, the other person's side and not know the full story. And that can just go like to a whole nother place. Right. So recently, and like, there was a situation, and honestly, I don't even think these two people know that I did anything or said anything. But long story short, one person was
You
telling
hear
me
Blue's
one thing.
question? I mean,
What
you
she
see
said?
Blue's question?
She said, Vaughn, you learned that or you learning that? No. So the two situations I was talking about before, it was like, we'll say high school, and then in adulthood, I learned that I'm a side taker. So, yeah, but okay, but recently what happened is I had one person telling me their side and another person telling me their side, and they're both in my family. I'm close with the both of them, but they're closer. So I was thinking, not even thinking, but I, I prayed about it, y'all. Yes, I did. And I wanted to fix the problem. Like I just wanted them to talk to each other, right? Instead of saying just right off the bat, well, y'all should talk to each other. I listened to both of them. I kind of meditated on it, not intentionally, but we'll say if I'm washing the dishes, I'll be thinking about it. And when I talk to the other, both parties, I encourage the both of them to talk to each other and be honest. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so long story short, one person didn't want to talk to the other person, but the other person had opened the door for communication, but they didn't want to push it. So what I did was just encourage the person who didn't want to communicate, like, hey, you telling me all of this, and even though you keep saying you don't care and you don't, this and that, I can tell that you do. And because of who this person was to me, I did feel responsible, to guide them in the right direction because I'm older than them and they respect me. So it wasn't, we're going to get on the phone and bash either person. Okay. Um, which is very important when you're trying to mediate between two people. You don't talk crap about the other person with the other person. You don't do that.
Mhm.
You don't take sides. You have to be neutral, hold both parties accountable if need be, and understand where both people are coming from. And long story short, the good Lord answered my prayers, and those people are talking and building their relationship, and I think it's just wonderful. I really do. But see, I learned how not to be messy, Blue. Okay. And I learned how
Y'all
not
too.
to, take sides. That's what I learned, Blue. But yeah. And I also want to add that when it comes to like big families like mine, I um wish that like the elders would not play favorites and take sides because it just
Mm.
makes things worse. And that's just what I've
Mhm.
seen in my own family. I don't think people realize that when you're an elder, and honestly, that's what I would like if my kids, was to give me a whole bunch of grandkids and stuff, and I'm still alive. I would do it different because I don't think, the elders realize that, like, if, you have 4 kids and one of them is your favorite or two of them is your favorite, it causes drama and friction, and division in the family. And a lot of times the person that you're, favoring is the problem, and nothing's getting fixed, and you're not holding them accountable, and you're making excuses for them while beating up on everybody else. What's the matter? Okay, I'll put this on. And that's not healthy. So I think, if you have a big family and you are, considered an elder in the family, or you're, like me, the oldest in the family, you really should, kind of take on that responsibility of not necessarily keeping the peace, but not taking sides, and, just being unfair, especially when you really want your family to be together. You know what I'm saying? Like, you enjoy when the family's together and spending time and kicking it, because then people don't want to come around. Because why would they come around if every time, I do something, Miss Alice yelling at me, but not real. And, he the problem too. You know what I'm saying? So,
What?
yeah.
I know that's what you be thinking in Central. I knew it. Aha. My suspicions have been confirmed. Say that.
But yeah, come here, KJ. So yeah, just think about that. I ain't trying to tell nobody what to do. I'm not, because I'm younger than y'all, but just hear me out, because it's a lot of people on social media that be like, I don't like my family because it's favoritism, and I do something and everybody want to get mad at me and I'm the problem, but such and such be the problem. Don't nobody say nothing to them, and that actually breaks my heart, because it's like, we should, especially when it's blood, we should come together and kick it, without all that extra stuff. We got work and bills and, the real world to have issues with. Why should we have issues within our family?
Right.
Mhm.
So Blue's last comment, and if we are not in a good emotional and mental position, we should choose to leave it alone. It will help them and us. That is often the best fix.
Yes, that too. But okay, see, I'm glad she said that, because okay, so y'all know how I'm talking about, like, favoritism and stuff.
Mhm.
You should be, now see, I'm not trying to discourage nobody or tear nobody apart, but you should be mindful who, but see, some people, never mind, because that's just too deep, and I ain't trying to be that long-winded today.
Too late. Go ahead. Speak on it.
Real, this Miss Alice live.
You know I love you. Stop.
I
I'm
said she
messing.
already talked enough today.
I'm because I'm like, I might have to just, I don't know, piggyback off this on a Tuesday or something. I don't know. Because I was finna take it a whole nother place. See, y'all was gonna be like, Vaughn, is we still on the topic?
Mhm.
Thank
I
you.
mean,
Thank you.
yeah, unless people go by the book too, because when I had learned off my godpoppy, he and his wife, they were clinical psychologists. So I decided to take up sociology and psychology, but I didn't finish getting my certificatory hours, because you got to do your couple of hundred to a couple of thousand hours. So I stopped. So I see now you can also supposedly put a band-aid on people's problems if you go by the book, if that makes any sense, like clinical wise. Like, so it's just like I see that, but I started pulling away from situations like that, because when I realized people don't truly know the problem, you're going by what you were taught inside your course or what you were taught in college and what you learned and got a certificate for. You truly don't know someone's problem. You're going by what's, the information that has been collected across the United States for decades on end and applied to a book, to a certain region or a certain race, and things change all the time. It fits in the
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah. But Blue had also had this to say, Vaughn. She said, not be long-winded, already failed.
I like hearing y'all talk though, because I learn a lot of stuff too. Like when I sit back and don't be saying nothing, like I actually listen. And that's one thing that I be telling people too. Like, just because I'm a man, that's actually how I learned a lot and became wiser. Me not adhering to this whole thing, like, oh, men are to speak and we are to be the leaders, and women are to shut up, and they're not supposed to say anything. Well, I started doing the opposite, and because of me doing that, I've learned so much in life, so much in life, so much.
Good for you.
You know, because certain things that guys have told me is just like, you're working off masculinity and your aggressiveness and your testosterone, and it's like we could go a better route, because this way could cause us to get, you know, unalived or cause many wars. So there's always a better way. There's always a better way. It is.
Mhm.
But
So Blue says, we may learn from the book, but in the moment, often the book can't be relied on.
yes.
I say this speaking from the field of mental health.
Good. Yeah. I remember she mentioned something like that, and I was like, oh, I took up classes, but I just never finished it. So I remember that. Yeah. And there's people out there that can fix things better than people who have fully been in there 10, 15, 20 years. They can help you fix a situation that a so-called, you know, clinician can.
Mhm.
Yeah, I agree with that because some therapists are bad listeners. And I used to wonder, how can you be a therapist? Okay, so I was watching this TV show, right? And and I know that, when people do something for a living, they may not necessarily be good at it in real life. And I still think that that's kind of like an error. You know what I'm saying? Like, huh? But long story short, her husband was a therapist, and when she would try to convey her feelings to him, he would like basically brush them off. And it's like, huh? Is this how you are with your clients?
That are listening.
Because if you are like this with your clients, then you shouldn't be in this field. But I kind of realized that a lot of people that are in a certain profession aren't really good at it. What, baby? What how can I help?
Yeah, they're just doing it for the money or for whatever reason that they're doing it for. Vaughn, when you get a good listener, you question if they are listening.
What? She said, Vaughn, when you get a good listener, you question it. No, y'all honestly, my therapist told me why I do that. He said it's because in the past, when I would speak, I could pick up on body language, right? I mean, well, I didn't know that we actually do read body language knowingly and unknowingly. So I could see that people really weren't listening to me. So
Yep.
it's like a learned behavior and insecurity of mine to say, are you listening? Or do you understand? Do you understand what I'm saying? You know
You
what
could
I'm
pick
like?
up that
Yeah,
they're not listening. It's a defense
right.
mechanism, but it's not actually that bad, because if you could pick up if somebody like inside your spirit, if they're just you to unaliveness, you know that they're truly not listening. And it's like, okay, you know what? I'm asking you, are you listening? Because I can stop right now. If it's boring, if you really don't want to hear it, if you don't want to, are you really listening? Well, then what did I say? Use the see. I knew it. You wasn't listening.
Right, yeah. Now I'm gonna be honest. I do that a lot. I catch I used to catch my husband doing it. It would be fun too. Though it would be like, see, you're not listening. He'd be like, yes, yes, I was. Yes, and it was like, no, you're not. No, you're not. Then I would say, repeat what I said, and he'd be like, I'd be like, yeah.
Yeah.
The fun times, y'all. Fun times.
Mhm.
Hey, Janice.
Hi,
Hey, guys.
Janice.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, hey.
Hey.
You have something to say about the subject?
I just wanted to say that sometimes I just feel like it depends on the person you're trying to defend when it comes to family. So I'm the oddball in the family, so I just stay to myself, and hopefully it works out.
And that's totally understandable. That's totally understandable, because there's the three types of people. There's passive, then there's the neutral, and then there's the on takers. So that's totally fine. You know, and your family dynamics has been built where you understand, you know what? It's best if I do this right here. This is my best course of action because I already know where this is going to lead to. That's fine.
It all depends, though. I'm trying to save myself. I was the bad one growing up, so it all depends on the person. I think.
Yes,
Mhm.
you're absolutely right. But nowadays, sometimes it's just best not to just get up in anything, because now I'm starting to realize, especially on these YouTube streets, is best not to take any sides, because I think people starting to I think people up here, not y'all, but things I've seen, I think people like toxic stuff. It's like they don't want to fix stuff. And if it's that bad, it's like, why do you keep going back to certain places if it's that bad and this, and you just end up there like 2 days later? And I'm just like, I thought this was all peace and love over here. And then, not y'all. It's just some other things I encountered months ago. So this realm up here, it's like, is real iffy. And it's just best not to get involved in certain things. It might be hard, but people up here is just like, I think that this is their actual second life or getaway, or it's like they love it. They breathe it. YouTube is their life. It's like their lifeline.
Real up here throwing shade at me.
No. See, and I was gonna make a skit on that. I was like, when you talk about subjects and then people be like, you talk about me. I know you talk about me. I was really gonna make a skit. No, I really don't know that much.
No, when you make that skit, I'm gonna share it and say he talking about me, y'all.
No. So, like, I didn't even know nothing about any sectors that you was in until you met. Like, I knew nothing of that. Like, I know nothing about your past. I mean, I could
no, real. I'm really just playing. Honestly, I'm just playing.
They died.
What,
He's like,
baby?
they called me some secret spy sent by special organization to infiltrate and try to get me off my rocker.
No, real. Here it go. Who sent you? How long you been in the bushes? Where you come from?
Yes,
Who your people?
Yes. Who your people? It's like,
yes.
Well, y'all could do y'all research on me. I don't. I used to follow gaming pages and certain movies and comic story pages, and then once my mind started maturing fully, I would just like, okay, let me make a little content or something like that. Other than that, all that other stuff out.
So I'm not trying to change the subject. I'm sorry. I have to say this.
Somebody else joined the panel, y'all.
I hope it's Blue, because I'm about to tell you guys. I'm about to change
Hey,
it.
Blue.
Hi, Blue. Let's talk about your birthday tomorrow, because I want to.
Well,
I'm sorry, Al. I'm so sorry.
No, you don't have to be sorry. Vaughn, you ready?
Yes, I am.
Hi, Blue.
Okay. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, we have
Happy birthday to you, Blue.
Lord, make it stop.
Happy birthday to Blue.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you. Miss Alice, now why you didn't have a backstage choir practice? Because you know she's finna eat us up.
Ready. I'm ready.
Wait, she dropped that.
She dropped that. She fixing the Jennifer Holiday.
No. Blue, please. Come back.
Come back.
Come back. Right. We was on key and everything. We did everything right.
I apologize, Blue. That we didn't rehearse that.
I know she should be happy. Even though we were singing sewage into the air in her ears, we meant very well.
This is the best choir ever.
I can sing this.
She said no.
No. That's because you got a voice.
I made an effort. I figured it out, and I'm up here, and now you just drop down. So rude. That's so rude. Blue. Oh, my feelings are hurt so bad.
You see that? Blue, you hurt her. You hurt her feelings. That. You shouldn't want to hurt her feelings. I know you don't care about mine, but come on.
Blue, this is a celebration of you, honey. Okay, we love you. That's why we made a joyful noise.
I know for your 21st birthday tomorrow. Come on, man.
Now, don't get beside yourself, real.
Bluesy know I love her. I gotta think before I
Back,
say it.
y'all.
Excuse me.
Oh boy,
Excuse me.
here we go.
I'm sorry. My bad.
Number one,
2, 3,
real.
4.
I'm gonna give you a close up tomorrow. I'm gonna let you go right now, but I'm gonna holler at you tomorrow on one of my 3 birthday lives, okay? Because I don't like
Ooh.
that comment you just made. All
No,
right.
what-
Number two, nah, because I'm talking right now. Y'all done called me up here, so you just wait a minute.
Oh, we in trouble.
Number two,
My
I
Jesus,
don't
oh my.
know whose idea it was to do that. But what was funny was my husband just came home early and he opened the door and he said, "What is that?" I
Oh,
said, "I don't know what it is, but I'm dropping off this panel." Oh my
oh my.
goodness. Okay, so first of all, y'all like planned to do that? Was y'all behind the scenes and planned that?
No.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely not. Because
because
I would have had.
I heard you say, "Are you ready, Vaughn?" And then y'all started singing.
Yeah.
But
So
see, if Miss Alice would have, said, "Hey, Vaughn," I would have been like, because I didn't know Miss Alice was gonna sing for real. I didn't. I didn't know that.
well, first of all, hey everybody, I'm so sorry. Real's smart comment about my 21st birthday tomorrow threw me off. So let me get myself in chickadee check and say hello to the panel, hello to the chat. I finally made it home, and so I was able to actually pop on for a second. And thank you for the birthday song. I'm actually going to clip that
Oh my
later.
God.
yeah,
Wait,
oh,
what? You gonna broadcast it? Wait, Miss
So
Alice, we got to redo it. We got to redo
so
I know.
I'm gonna clip that and then
Please
Oh Lord.
share it to my wall tomorrow. Um,
Oh,
like at midnight, I'm gonna share it.
Oh, they gonna
Um,
If you
clown us.
if you do that, I'm gonna strike you.
Look,
okay,
I'm
Miss
not.
you
Alice,
can do that. You
I
can
was
I'm
just
not.
I was just finna say that I'm striking the mess out. Like, what is it? What does that mean? That's
No,
not me.
we need to pick up on that lobster, and we're gonna put that lobster in our channel. And just every time she
and the
posts a little bit,
that's
I'm putting that
fine.
lobster.
That lobster thing
That's
has
it.
been
That's it.
everywhere, so I don't mind you doing that. But I'm definitely gonna clip it, post it, and tag everybody in it. So don't worry, it'll be on
We
all of
getting
your,
tat. Wow.
you know, um,
Can
for
anybody from the chat
officially
join us and save us?
singing my first happy
Like
birthday
for real.
song of my
I
Save us.
need.
45th birthday. So thank you, you guys. That was unexpected.
Oh,
Uh,
Oh.
I ain't gonna tell y'all it was nice, but it was Dion. They sang that, didn't they, baby? Baby, they sang the mess out that song, didn't they?
Superman.
Dion saying something. Hold on. Say it, babe. The word of the Lord says, make a joyful noise. That was joyful, right?
It was.
He ain't saying
Uh,
nothing else. Y'all know my
I just.
husband is nuts, but he's honest. Y'all did really sing the mess out of that song. Y'all really did.
You said
Look,
mess. Oh my goodness.
she said the mess.
I wouldn't have did y'all like that. Come on now.
Next
Come
time,
on.
Blue. Next time I'll do a solo for you.
Miss
You
I'm
can
Alice,
not
do it now. You can
solo.
redo
I
it
was
now, and then
Miss Alice,
I'll clip the one the redo.
that's not fair. How you gonna outshine the choir? How you gonna do us like that?
Oh,
How
I
you
quit. I quit. I quit with my first day and my last day all on the same day. Nope, I quit.
Denise, I'm so glad that you are able to get on the panel. You can come on mine tomorrow, maybe. You think?
Hmm.
Yes, I will. I will.
Denise, you
Yes.
are not a quitter.
we gonna have
I'm not.
fun.
I
And
was
yes,
fighting since the time 3 o'clock hit. I've been trying to get on the StreamYard since 3 o'clock. I got it. I figured it out.
I'm proud of you. Good
Yeah.
job. For real. I'm not being
oh, you
Thank
ain't
sarcastic.
asked for no help or nothing. Yeah, that's
you.
good.
I did. I said what I said. Told me to email her, but I didn't want to, bother her. So I'm like, no, I'm gonna figure it out. I'm smart. I'm very smart.
Okay. I like that.
That's right, girl. Encourage yourself. Tell yourself, positively affirm yourself. You are smart, and you did that. You can do anything, because it wasn't easy when I started to do StreamYard. I was so confused. I did a whole bunch of test lives. One test live I did, I think it was just me and was it me and you, Alice, when I
Mm-hmm.
was testing my StreamYard. But
Yep.
anyway, y'all, Alice, this has been a really good live,
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
good topic. And I was chatting away, but I just feel very strongly about getting involved with helping people. Um, as a human service provider, that's what we're called. We're called helpers, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're taught not to call ourselves fixers, right? Because we don't fix anything. So,
Mm-hmm.
from my personal opinion, as I was typing, I was trying to stay away from the word fix. Oftentimes, as a what is the word, empath,
Hmm.
um,
Mm-hmm.
or a giver, when we're genuinely doing it from our heart, we do want to see everybody happy. I hear it often.
Yeah.
I just want to see people happy. I just want to see people not go through what I went through. I just want to, but the things that we want are not always the things that we need, and what we want for other people. It's not that they don't need them, it's just that there's a time and a place for everything,
Mm,
right? And I used to be the person that wanted to always fix, right? Even as a little girl, even as a in teenage my teenage years, going to school and someone not having food, I got to take care of it, right? Because it's just in my heart. If I'm sitting here eating good, I want them to eat good. I'm packing double lunches, or if we're eating out, I'm getting them something too, because I just don't want to see them go without. And that's
mhm,
kind of a different situation, but it was like that my entire life. When I graduated, right, and got a bunch of graduated high school and got a bunch of like college money. And I spent so much of my college money not on college, not on me, but on others, right? And sometimes it
mm,
got like, okay, are you trying to buy friendship? Are you trying to buy love? Or are you genuinely trying to help? So it was a
mm,
battle and a struggle within myself as I was trying to figure out who I was and where I fit in the world. And as far as where you fit in the world, oftentimes that's the biggest thing. People are just lost in the world. Where do they belong? But it's not up to Tia to go in head first like bulls do, right? Because that is what a bull does. They go in head first. You don't see a bull run into nothing with his tail first. They go head first. And so that was how I rolled. Oh, it's an issue, I got it. Oh, it's an issue, I got it. And it was like things were sometimes playing out for the worse, not because of that person, but because I interjected, or because I just want to see, heal the world, make it a better place. Well, the one person can't do that by themselves. And as I was saying, just because it's something you want to do, you want to fix, quote unquote, fix or help or assist in a situation. It does not mean it's for you to do it. I've got this big check and I'm at the grocery store, and I come out the grocery store and somebody is sitting there holding a sign that they need food.
mm.
And I want to do it,
Yes.
but then by the time I get in my mind to do it, somebody else has come out and done it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And chances
Mhm.
are it was always meant for them to do it. Sometimes
Right.
as human beings, we are just out of place. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? We too busy. We talk too much. And I'm going to say we talk too much. We don't
Y'all sure
listen
do.
enough. We don't look
Y'all
at
sure
ourselves.
do.
Okay, let me fix it. Alice and people she knows talks too much. Okay. um and
I let go.
we
Awesome. Go ahead.
Mhm.
we try to do everything for everybody, yet we're lacking. Well, the God that I serve is not going to have me do something where I'm lacking in that situation, but I'm going to help somebody else. No, now I'm doing it in myself. But the God that I serve will make means for me to be able to take care of me and that other person, right? So whether it's financially, whether it's advice, whether it's a shoulder to cry on, a hug, a compassionate word, we cannot do it in ourselves. And that was my whole point of the things that I was texting. And I am definitely piggybacking off of this, and I will definitely let people know this is part two of of Alice's last live, because I think right now in the world we all need to understand that we are humans with limitations if we're doing it outside of God, right? Outside of whoever you believe your higher power to be, right? Which again, it's not our business who you think God is, we don't give a flying fig Newton. All we know is that we have to be in the proper position to be able to properly give advice, to be able to properly fix stuff for other people, right? And first, we have to take care of us because we're no good to anybody. I can have all the encouraging words in my head at 7 a.m. Let some stuff pop off at 11 a.m. I can't come talk to y'all at 2 p.m. You know what I'm saying? Even though I
Right.
have the words, I gotta be. That's why I was saying to people sometimes I won't go live. I won't hit my button when I'm not right because, like Vaughn was saying, you can feel, or she was saying, you can read nonverbals, which is very important
Mm-hmm.
to read nonverbals because people say a lot without speaking a word, right? But like
Absolutely.
people can feed off your energy. And I think even one time my who that said to me, she was like, your life was just different tonight. And I broke down and I was like, yeah, I just really shouldn't have come live. Like I needed to do it, but or I wanted to do it, but I didn't need to do it. And we get that so confused. We don't get it confused. We outright know we don't need to do it. We just want to. We want to. We
Right.
want to. I can, so I want to. You know what I'm saying? I've got this, so I want to do it. No, you could even be having extra food in your house and you want to bless somebody that doesn't have it. And then next thing you know, something
Hi, Elle.
hits. Next thing you know, something hits, and now you don't have what you should have held on to.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So I think to sum it all up, it would just be um, the battle's not yours, it's the Lord's. So when you are quote unquote choosing your battle, and I know that's just like a normal phrase we say, but when you are thinking about choosing your battle, the first thing you do is you concur with the Lord. Okay, you get in that secret place. Baby, please, I love you, but that's a lot. You're doing a whole lot of. um, I'll get off in a second and you can make all the noise you want. But we have to first ask
Let
God
the
for
man
direction.
live.
Mind you,
Let the
didn't you
man live,
ain't we
Blue.
talking about minding your business though?
Lord.
Hey, I'm minding my business. This is my live. Let the man live.
Dion,
Hold
it's
on, let me
not
put
your
my chair.
business, ma'am.
Ooh, mm, ooh,
Okay? Quit taking up for him all the time. When he's wrong,
Jesus,
he's
take the wheel.
wrong.
I can drive
Listen,
today.
He ain't
making all
wrong.
that noise behind me, and he know I'm trying to have a conversation with y'all.
I ain't hear anything.
Well,
Get her Dion.
listen. Um, I can't wait till I go live. All y'all getting close ups. I can't wait. Ooh, I can't wait till tomorrow.
Oh, I can't wait
Anyway,
for you to get your stuff tomorrow. Ooh, I'm waiting for everybody's gift.
um,
I'm waiting for people got you. I can't wait.
so
Mm.
yeah, I think you should just, I think we all could just learn. I think we all have had these issues where we've done what we didn't need to do. And we can choose to learn from it or we can keep bumping our heads. And I want to say this last thing because Real spoke on when we pray for stuff, right? We pray for God to do something and then we try to override him by doing it ourselves.
Mm.
And then we wonder why we feel so miserable
Mm.
because you did what you weren't supposed to
Mm.
do in the first place.
I
This
think
is
I
Mm.
my
talked about
story.
that before, Blue.
This may not be none of y'all on panel and none of y'all in the chat and none of y'all watching this replay, but that's been my story. God, make a way. And while God has already made the way, I'm trying to make a way for myself to help somebody else. And now I'm down and depressed and I got anxiety and I can't figure out what happened. Well, me was what happened. I was in the position and posture that I shouldn't have been in while I needed to be in a position and posture to take care of myself, right? That's not selfish, but it's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to take care of you. And then you're supposed to get direction on when to help another. So I think that that's something else that we all could take from this live. If you are a person that prays and you're a person that prays and then you go off and do stuff anyway, No,
Right.
pray, be still, hear the voice of God. If you can't hear the voice of God, get the wax out your ear, get rid of the static, which a lot of times is listening to other people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or watching other stuff. And now you got this big, great, grand idea, but you already prayed about it. So
Right.
keep your idea to
Mhm.
yourself and let God do what he's going to do. Because if
Mm-hmm.
he needs to call on you for something, he's going to do that. But if you're not in the right position to hear from him, you're going to make a mess of the situation. And it's going to be worse than what it was when you first interjected yourself. So that's my sermon. I'm about to go and enjoy the rest of my birthday eve.
Mm.
What is
Okay.
that? Is that Janice?
What? What I do? I didn't.
What did you say?
Oh no, that wasn't me.
Oh,
I think
everybody
that
else
was
got their
probably
mics
Real's
on.
background.
Oh, he must have just turned his mic off. But
Yeah,
anyway,
that was me real quick, and then sorry about that.
oh, you good. I got ears. I can hear. Listen,
She
it's
I
acts
probably
like
not.
see
she hears everything.
and sees everything and be knowing everything. She.
Oh yeah, she
Alice,
be up.
listen.
She be
I
all up in
was
that
She
business.
walking
don't know
home.
everything. Let's get that right now.
Oh, tell
Oh,
it.
Alice, listen. I was walking home, right, and I had you in my ears, right,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, "What is she doing? I never heard those noises before." But the headphones kind of like made everything louder, and it was
Uh-huh.
like you were like, as you know how you write stuff down and then you got to flip the paper or move the paper. I was like, what is she moving a whole bunch of paper? I wanted to text you and be like, turn off your mic.
Blue got
But
the
anyway, and
hypersonic hearing.
for the people that are new that may not understand this panel in the way that we get along, um Alice and I are just joking with each other.
oh, thank you, Will.
She's more, not you, you've been here before today. Alice is
She was
more
thinking
than,
of Real.
She's thinking of bro for her comment.
oh, I thought she said thank you, Blue. Sorry, I
Fine.
apologize. But yeah, because sometimes people come into the chat and they're new and they're like, oh, she's mouthing off with the channel holder. We have a relationship and we know each other. So please don't get in your feelings and feel like you don't want to be here. We just love to be serious and have fun at the same time. We all enjoy each other. So please come back, subscribe to the channel. Don't leave the chat. Please don't get in your fifis. I didn't say feces. I said fifis, but don't get in your feces either. And and all are welcome here, as you will hear on all panels. All are welcome here. We are just joking. Alice, am I right? We're just messing with each other, right?
That's right. That's
You know,
right.
we got to make it known for some of the people in the attic and stuff. So
Real says, simply put, we are all crazy. Don't pay us no mind.
that
No, pay
part.
us.
I agree. Y'all
Well,
are
no,
all
pay us
crazy,
mind.
Real. I agree.
Well, pay us a little bit of mind.
Yeah, just know we're crazy.
I like attention.
Mhm.
I knew
Out, outside of Vine. Let me put you on my block list. Put
You
you on
better
my
know.
block list for tomorrow.
I
Let me write
am
down.
sauce.
screaming.
Remove Vaughn for all of tomorrow's lives.
I am
There we go.
screaming.
Oh my goodness.
Y'all are funny.
Mhm.
I like it
Yeah,
though. It's cool.
I hope a real gets her voice back so she can be on panel too.
I know, right?
Yeah. I also
Oh,
too, we
real
need to
lost.
pray
She
about
lost
that
her voice.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
Real.
Aw.
Oh, she did.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
saw somebody talk
Abril,
about
get better. Not selfishly
she
because I want you on panel tomorrow, but get better just in general. We pray that you get better and
yes,
get your voice back.
indeed. Feel better.
Yes. We need her voice.
Cause this
But
this
the
would be
good
a
thing is she hasn't lost any touching her fingers.
nope. Nope.
So that's good.
Keypad warriors, go! I don't know why I'm feeling like this today.
Oh,
Girl, you've
y'all
been feeling
feeling
like that
good?
every day for the past
Oh
week. What you talking
no, she
about?
lost her voice completely.
Oh, hush, Blue.
Oh,
That What
That's
about you?
good. It's good. It's good. Y'all feeling
Real,
good.
who you been yelling at? Because anytime I lose my voice, it's because I done snapped on somebody, and I feel like that's like a pun. You know, that's God saying, you know what, just hush. You know, you want to show out and do too much, just be quiet. You know,
But
that's
God
what
will
Vaughn,
I
you
tell
be
you
feeling
different.
hush.
like.
God
Vaughn,
will tell you
everybody
hush
not
before
you,
that.
Vaughn.
Not me.
Everybody isn't Vaughn. Everybody
Oh,
not yelling
okay.
at people.
God will tell you. God will tell you hush before you lose your voice.
But see, okay. I used to didn't listen. We ain't go to because used to didn't listen, and that's why I was thinking that. Like, you know what? That's got to be connected. Okay.
Mm,
Hey,
good thing.
Foxy.
Okay, so Alice, am I getting a redo or no?
Yeah.
Because
Tomorrow.
I gotta go clip this right now, so I have it ready for midnight.
I know, right? I second that.
I mean, look, I kick it off. Happy birthday to
It's not
you.
your panel, Vine.
Happy
That's
birthday
that
to you.
takeover spirit you was talking
You
about.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Okay, never mind.
Happy
Bye,
happy.
Alice.
birthday to Blue. Oh, it's the
Hey.
B to the L to the U to the E. We love blue. We love blue. We love to eat. We love to eat. Hit the
Bye,
like
Alice.
button and she gonna
Bye, chat.
encourage you. Hey, hey.
Y'all just so
It's your
rude. Alice
You gonna
can't
birthday.
clip
even
that
talk. Look
too.
at her. She just keep
Hey,
going.
it's your birthday. Yeah.
Hey,
This
hey.
was a very
Okay,
chaotic live.
Miss Alice, go ahead.
Y'all
Miss
is
Alice, you
wild.
gotta sing for real because we was howling like little lost puppies, but you was singing for real, and I want to hear it, so you gotta redo it.
Yeah,
I should have
that's
been
what I'm
quiet.
asking. Well, Alice, can you just do it by yourself, please?
Okay, Blue.
Thank you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Blue. Happy birthday to you.
Thank
Happy birthday, Blue.
you. Thank you.
Yay.
Oh,
I'm
Oh,
still I'm still
yay!
clipping both of them though.
Man, that shit. Wow.
oop.
I
Happy to
thought this
you.
was gonna get us out of it.
Thank you.
That was good. Y'all have me feeling like how y'all women be feeling when y'all be listening to Gerald Levert singing.
Oh Lord.
What
No, I'm
woman?
Girl,
What woman?
wait a minute. Wait,
What about
wait.
that?
no,
Hold
not like
on.
that. Okay, I think I need to shut up. I did not
Real.
think before I said that. I'm sorry. That did not come out right.
Well, I
Oh,
got a
that's
question
funny.
since you opened the
that?
door.
Mm.
I
How
gotta
you know
close.
how women be feeling when they listen to Gerald Levert?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oop.
No, because you know how just when
You
somebody
don't
be
have to. You
singing,
don't have to answer that.
look,
Oop.
I watch
You
reactions.
can
I just watch.
Oh, it's because
plead
you've
the
been
fifth.
watching. Okay.
Yeah, I plead the
Oh,
fifth.
so
Yeah.
wait, so you be
Exercise your right.
watching women.
No,
Wait. So
not
you be
like
watching
that.
women. Yeah, you plead the fifth because it's getting.
Oh,
No, I'm just playing.
I do. I watch men and women. Yeah, I watch everybody. I do. I just, I
Real.
like to learn. I do. I go lie.
Keep
Not
up,
like that though. I
down,
just.
down.
Miss Alice laugh is so contagious.
I
Like,
know, right? Her and
she
somebody
be
else's laugh. I
tickled.
can't think of it right now, but somebody's laughing and it just make me want to laugh too. I don't know. Somebody else's laugh up here does that. Somebody's laugh. I'll have to
I
hear
know
it.
Blue gets me cracking up because she be
Yeah,
too tickled. She be too tickled.
should be tickled too.
I don't know what
But
y'all
it's a
talking about,
great
but
day,
okay.
y'all. I have Janice on the panel, Tara came up, and of course some of my normals, my regulars came up. Blue, I
Hmm.
said what I said. Vaughn,
I think I say what
Real
I
Eyes
said
and
in real.
Even.
I think that
Yeah.
they think that this is like their regular live time. I think they scheduled to make sure they're available to come on panel.
It be coffee time when Real
It's
and I
coffee.
said what I said come up.
Yes. Yes. It'd
It
be
be
coffee, that
coffee
coffee and tea.
time.
she
Yes.
said for chatting. I said what I said. She's still
Right.
here.
Hey. I know we've
Mhm.
been over talking you. I know you had something to say too. We just keep
I just want
going
to
and
change the
going.
subject. And I made an effort as much as I could just to change it so we can say something about Blue's birthday. I'm sorry, Alice. I had to.
You don't have to apologize.
Okay. I just wanted to say something about Blue's birthday. See, Blue, you see how much I love you? You just
Aw.
didn't still know, but you know,
What
See,
we're
she
gonna
happened?
got that. She got
we're
that
gonna
gummy
talk,
worm love.
talk about it.
Hope that.
We're gonna talk
Hope
about
that
it.
wasn't wrong. I hope that wasn't wrong.
Everybody talking at the same time. Janice, what did you say?
Oh, dang.
I just wanted to bring your birthday to attention. That's all, and tell you how much I love you. Now
Oh,
you can hear
thank
my
you.
voice. You can hear my voice. And you can hear me. Yay.
Aw.
You act like I ain't never heard your voice before.
I haven't called you yet, but I will
Yeah,
call
we
you.
have.
No, ma'am. See, it's
Well,
you,
who
it's
was
me
I
and Alice.
talking to then, thinking it was I was
Alice,
talking to you?
Alice. I bet no
Huh?
offense, Alice. I'm saying, you talking to Alice because you get me confused with her.
Oh, I wasn't talking to you.
Hold on, my dogs are going crazy.
Um, but no, love back, and yeah, I had a feeling Alice was gonna be sneaky anyway and try to sing happy birthday. So
Yeah,
I
this
knew she was
this
gonna
this
bring it up.
woman texts me. I text
Don't
her.
you do that. Yeah, there you go. You text
I
me.
text her. I said, "Are you going to be on a live today?" And this chick, I'm gonna have to use the word chick.
Mm.
She
Mm.
says,
Mm-hmm.
"Not sure, but you can still sing the birthday song."
That's
So
And
funny.
she said, what makes
I
you think
said,
that's
"What makes you think I was going to sing?" Then this chick says, "Well, you can tell me I'm wrong. I'll
I'll
wait."
wait. And then this chick
Mm.
said, bye, Blue. In other words, I was right,
but
as
but
usual, because it
between
is
that
Taurus
time,
season.
look, between that time, I texted Bond. I said, "You didn't tell Blue, did you?"
You
So
did?
she didn't
Uh,
answer. I said, "Did you?"
Mm.
she didn't.
She said, "No, why?"
Mhm.
You forget I've been watching you for a while now. I know that you do that for your people. You sing happy birthday.
Uh-huh.
So I knew that you probably would since you're not going live tomorrow. That's all.
Mm.
You so smart.
But thank you for letting me know that you be having sidebar conversations. You just told on yourself. You be having
Mm.
Back
backstage,
chat. No,
back chat
it
conversations.
Blue. It's behind the scenes conversation.
It's
Mm.
I don't
whatever I
normally do
call it
that.
today. That's what
But
it is.
I thought, oh my goodness, I know Vaughn ain't say nothing.
I didn't. I
She
didn't.
showed it, and
Look, when I saw the message, I was cleaning out my freezer, and
Uh-huh.
I was like, why would she think I would say something? I said, well, never mind, never mind, never mind, never mind,
Mm.
never mind. I said,
Mhm.
never mind. But
I thought you
and
might
you
have
know I'm
accidentally
nosy,
said
Alice.
something.
You know I'm nosy.
Yes, you
So,
are.
and you
Mm.
know I pay attention to stuff. Girl,
Mm-hmm.
please, if you knew how hard it is right now for me to look at these two packages and not open them till
Probably
tomorrow.
did.
What you
Mm.
say?
Say it
Real, what
again,
you
Nothing.
say?
Bill.
No,
she
that
peeked.
wasn't me.
She
No.
real. She peeked at him. I know she did. Look, look.
I can't peek in them because if I peek in them, the person that gave them
Right?
to me gonna know. Did he
That's what I
say
was
you
thinking.
probably? Did he say you probably did?
So then
He
why did
did.
you ask me what did I say? You heard me. I knew you heard me. I knew it. You just
Because
wanted
you
me
know
to
how
admit.
we do. You know how we do. We can hear you, but we gonna say ask you what you said to make sure we heard you correctly. That's okay.
I
That's strike
figured.
two. That's strike two. Come on with strike
No,
two. I got you.
don't strike me. I'm gonna hit
Miss
a home run.
Alice, Miss Alice, I don't mean to interrupt y'all, but like I said, what I said, I have another engagement. And when she said that, I just thought it was so classy and cute. I said, I'm gonna say that next time I hit a panel, not knowing I was gonna be hitting this panel um like this and to say this today. But listen, I have another engagement to attend and
Bible
love the
study.
panel. Absolutely, honey. I love you. Well, actually, it's YouTube Bible study. My real Bible study in real life with my church. The leaders are on break. Well, the teachers are on break. But I love y'all. Okay, Blue, happy birthday. I love you. I will see you tomorrow. I cannot wait until we're doing
You gonna be blocked
viewers
tomorrow,
pick.
but I'll see you.
Love you too, Blanc. Love you too, Blanc.
But I will see y'all tomorrow at Blue's house or anywhere on YouTube streets tonight. Okay, love y'all.
A
All
real
right, love you
set, and
too.
it's Blue's
Take it
25th
easy.
birthday.
Aw.
You're so funny.
Uh,
Pray you feel better, Marjan.
wait, hold up.
Oh
Wait.
my. I
All
know she
right,
was just out
so
here. Hey, Marjan.
No
I've been
Marjan.
on here for 2 hours.
I know, right?
She
Yeah.
said happy birthday to whoever has a birthday. Girl, you see me on this screen. You know they talking about me.
Blue,
Yes, ma'am.
Oh,
I'm
Blue.
looking
And
at you.
speaking of your book thing, right? It's just like all I'm gonna say is I'm not gonna go into it,
Oh, here
but
we go.
your
If you're gonna
book,
say something negative, can you say it
it's
to me
no, it's not
positive?
negative. It's
Oh,
actually a
okay.
positive thing. But
All right, Abril.
when you got
Love
people,
you.
oh, take it easier, Bill. Be good. When you got people that are uh how can I say maybe jealous or why is that book up there or who is that blah blah blah. I know that they're doing a good thing, and then if they can like Google it or see what it's about, or if people have or why is this or who is this person, I'm like, who are you? Where did
Who
you
did
come
that?
from? I don't know, some cooking person or
Oh,
whoever. I don't know. I don't know. I just deleted the comment because I wasn't getting into it, but I just thought like, you know what? That's when you
Wait,
know
you saying
somebody's doing it.
somebody in here said that?
No, it wasn't somebody's out here, but it was like it was like a little comment on my or two on my channel, and then I'm just like,
Oh,
okay,
because of the book you shared, because you shared it.
yeah, and I guess that
Oh, you
person,
should
I don't know
start
if
with
they,
that because you was finna have me come out my skin if somebody in here said something. I was finna
Alice,
let
the
no,
them
no,
person,
no,
know.
no,
So you
but
got to
it's
start
a good
over. So
thing.
so somewhere on your own thing,
Yeah,
someone
yeah,
said
yeah.
something in your own comment section.
Yeah, and it wasn't,
Oh,
some a smaller person, like it was like I don't know, I think they had like between 1 and 4,000 subscribers, but I just didn't pay no mind. So I'm just like, here we go. But then it made me think that this is something that I really got good because why would somebody say something, about that and whoever else was, like it
well,
makes
let
me
me tell
think,
you how smart that person is,
okay.
and let me tell you how good God is.
mm,
That
Lord.
person was smart enough to say it where they said it and not say it where I
Mm,
could see it. See, people real smart. See, I'm not
mhm.
popular, but I'm powerful because of what's working in on the inside of me, coming on the outside of me. And that book, they can't touch. Whatever they say, they can't touch. Because that book has been prayed over and it's gonna do exactly what it's supposed to do. And so anything that anybody says negative, I'm glad you deleted it and not fed into it
Yeah,
because we not giving the devil no play
no,
over nothing with God's name on it. See, it's not even the fact that it says Tia Blue Burrell, baby. It's the fact that it says Jesus Christ and it's covered in the blood of Jesus. You understand what I'm saying? So thank
Right.
you for deleting it. Thank you for not playing too much into it. But it's so okay. Like a couple years ago, it would have been a different story. But because of me knowing who I am in God now, real that stuff don't even
Yeah.
it's like whatever. Anything that you're gonna do and put it in the open, you gotta expect a little bit of something, something. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
that book
I
has
didn't
been all
know. This
over
is all
social
new.
media. It's a whole lot of people probably got stuff to say. But God doesn't even let my eyes see it. Like you said, you deleted it. Even like he don't even allow me to see stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So thank you and thank you for your encouragement. Um I never expected the outcome of that book to do what it's doing. Um, so never expected it. So the devil gonna be mad. People gonna be upset, but that's okay. And it's funny, real, because the people fussing about it probably actually got the book. They probably ordered the book.
Probably. Yeah, because I just want to see if this is something that I'm gonna be expecting and all this other stuff. Like I said, stuff like this is new to me. Like I only started making content as of like 4 months ago and climbed up
Mm.
to this point. So now it's just like I'm looking at who that. She's like, well, why did I bring that up? Because it was unexpected one, and then I'm like, okay, this is a good thing because I know at first is some people probably like, oh, why would you do that, this and that? Because I want to, because I felt like it's a good book. I felt like and it should be put out there, and I want my subscribers to see what I'm reading and that it can help. And I've seen is reaching out to people. They're like, "Oh, this reminds me, yes, to get a journal." Like I got guys writing on my thing now, and it feels good that I can, through Blue and that if they see that I'm writing in it and that a man can do it, I see guys that are now commenting like, "Oh, like, yeah, bro, that's a good idea. I have such creative ideas and stuff and never get to jot it down. Maybe if I had something like that I could remember it in or something important." And it's just like, wow, like cool. And the person who wrote it, they got a big YouTube page. And I was like, okay.
Yeah. And I get why who that asked that in the chat because first of all, that's my who that. So,
I know this.
of course she would be like, well, why are you talking about it then? But that's why I said if it's negative, don't tell me on somebody else's panel, number one, and tell me
Okay.
behind the scenes.
Sorry.
So it wasn't negative. You were saying something that led to something positive. So I totally
Yeah, it
get
wasn't
it.
negative. Say it was just like,
Yeah.
why would you and what is it? It was like that. But you know what? Now going forward, I know not to do that. Like I said, I don't know nothing about YouTube like that. Like I don't panels and
Gotcha.
stuff. Like this is my actually second panel. So I'm learning. I'm learning.
Yeah.
But I wasn't
Yeah.
sorry, y'all.
No, it's not. No. I don't want you to get it misconstrued. It's not. It's nothing for you to be sorry about. Just next time, like, what I'm saying, we can chit chat about it later, or just tell me how much you're enjoying it and not tell me. Thankfully, you did not say what the person said or who the person was, and I do appreciate that because
No,
that can get
mm-mm.
messy, right? And I'm
No,
trying to
I
stay
ain't doing
safe,
that.
and I'm strolling enough on my own
Mm-hmm.
to
Mm-hmm.
stay in the right path. Real, I got a lot to deal with dealing with Alice and Janice and Vaughn, and it's a lot to deal
Wow.
with. So thank you
Uh,
for not,
it's for the
saying,
J. I don't know what you're talking about.
thank you for not
Yeah.
saying too much.
No, and I don't mind putting you on my page and the same. Anybody got a problem with it? It's just like, oh well, like they can like how you be saying and no flying fig Newtons and can kiss it and all that
Um,
stuff. I don't
he
care.
Don't
said,
you do it. Don't you use
he
no
said,
No,
flying
add,
no.
fig Newton.
But
add.
I'm a man of God, so I'm chilling.
Alice,
I
what
know
you
my
say?
place.
It's not
I
Alice.
I
What
didn't say
Janice, what
anything.
you
I think
say?
Janice had something to say.
I'm
I said
sorry.
the way Blue says ads, like ads commercials, they can kiss my ads, like ads and commercials. That's all I
I didn't
said.
say that.
He said that yesterday in the live. He did.
I did.
ADS.
Mm,
Yes, ma'am.
I did.
Ma'am.
mm.
Go check your ma'am. Go check. Okay, you know what? It was right
Give me,
before you dropped your
listen,
pop. You
give
dropped your
me,
pop.
I dropped my pop and I said the A word.
You didn't say the word. You just said something that sounded like it. You said ad.
Oh, it
You said A
sounded
double
like,
hockey stick. A
okay.
double hockey. Yeah. Well, money sign.
HE double hockey sticks, I say, and then I say A double dollar sign.
Like ads. Yeah.
Oh,
No,
and I
no,
brought
like
up
A double dollar sign. Like,
Oh,
yeah, A double dollar sign. I'm gonna go listen because I don't like to cuss on my. I don't do that. So I'm gonna go check it, and if it is, I'm gonna edit it. Thank you for bringing it to my attention.
my bad. I didn't mean to this live. I just don't way it came out.
I'll go fix it. Thank you for telling me.
but
Why didn't y'all
and
say nothing when I did it?
I wasn't there
Look.
the whole 5 hours.
I wasn't like no 5 hours.
No, I'm saying it sound like ads. You didn't say the word. You said the way you said it. I'm just saying ads as in commercial. They can kiss my ads a commercial.
oh yeah,
Oh,
I remember that. I remember that. Yeah, but I think she talk about ads, like actual ads or something like that. I remember that.
I do know that you did say something about ads, so I don't know.
Yeah, I remember
I
that.
added commercial to it, and I'm like, oh, they can kiss their ads commercial. I'm sorry.
Oh, catch it, yeah, catch it. Oh, catch your ads commercials. I get it.
I probably was talking about commercials.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. It's easy for me to
Anyway,
type the name.
it doesn't matter. I'm gonna go check it because I don't. That's not my cup of tea to do that. So
Yeah.
Mm.
okay,
Yes,
got,
and Boozy gets the positive comments too. She was there to see all the positive things. I didn't even have to let her
you
know.
can't call me bluesy. I done told you this.
Okay, Blue. I
Only Senna calls me bluesy. Nobody else can do that. Just Senna.
don't know why. I don't know where I got that from.
Cause I don't know, but
Okay, now we're off topic. So,
we've been off topic for the past 3 hours.
I know, right? We let
Not
y'all
3 hours. What are you talking
it's just
about?
three. It's three, right? 4 hours. No, 2 hours.
2 hours, 19
2 hours.
minutes.
I'm so lost.
Lord
And we've
Jesus.
only been on panel for maybe an hour or so,
Okay.
hour and a half.
Okay, I'm dropping off
Any
and I'm gonna go check my pop where I dropped my live. I mean my live where I dropped my pop so I can go correct myself. Thank you for
You
bringing
tell
it
your
to my
pop twice.
attention.
It's, I keep going at the back.
yeah.
Okay, it's
Thanks,
irrelevant
April.
at how many times I dropped it. I'm saying I'm gonna go check it that live where I dropped my pop. I'm gonna check that part so I can check what I said.
Okay.
And thank you for bringing it to my attention. It was cool hanging out with y'all. Thank you, Alice. Thank you, Real. Shout out to Vine. I said what I said. And the first woman that came on, I don't remember her name, Tara or Tara.
Sarah, she was in your live.
She was.
Yes.
Yesterday.
That's how she
Okay.
knew about my channel.
Oh,
Mhm. Mhm.
where was
Mm.
she doing? What you talking about on Blue's Plate?
The
Yeah.
bus ride. He was on the bus ride with us, right?
Oh, she was on the bus ride with us.
Poor
Oh,
Blue. It's okay. It's all right.
listen, I'm on vacation, so that's my excuse until tomorrow.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
Not that you're getting older, but you're on vacation.
My age
At
has
least,
nothing to do with me not remembering stuff.
He's
oh,
a,
okay.
he's getting older, but he's
Okay.
younger.
You're hurting
Thanks
my
again,
feelings.
April.
Goodbye.
So
My
no, don't go
feelings are
yet,
hurt.
girl. Don't go yet.
What else
Just
is
I did want to say something about this. I mean, I could say it while not on the panel, but um Abril is saying share the live, everyone, and please help Miss Alice with her watch hours. I will
mm-hmm.
drop the links to her motivational shorts and her engaging lives. Watch as many as often as you can. Thanks in advance.
Yes.
Yes, what we'll do,
So
and just I'll make sure to
You
I'll
wanted
get
me
to
to
that.
stay up here while you read the comment?
yeah, I wanted you to say I didn't want them moving around. You know how when Marvin Sapp was talking to the people and he said close the door.
Oh Lord.
Oh,
We were at a close the door moment. I didn't want
Oh,
you moving
okay.
around.
Okay. Also, as you all are watching Alice's content, to not, you're watching her content because you enjoy it, you want to get something out of it, but you're helping her with watch hours. Please do not watch necessarily as often as you can, right? Not the same video because you will hurt the
Mm,
content creator by repetitively watching the video. So if you are trying to help her with watch hours, again, please just watch it, interact, comment, thumbs up, and then go to a different video and do not let it autoplay. Click the actual play button to watch the next video. Autoplay will not count. You actually have to click play. Okay? Same with her shorts. Don't just keep
mm,
watching them over and over and over and over again in a 24-hour period. Okay? Same with her videos. Don't keep watching them, watching them, watching them. Watch it, enjoy it, interact with it, go to a different one. Watch it, enjoy it, and act with it. Because sometimes people don't understand that they're trying to help people get their watch hours, but then the watch hours will get taken away because the algorithm realizes that it's the same person repetitively watching something. So I just want to put that
mm.
out there for the safety of of my sis Alice. We don't want her to lose hours because we want to help her, right? We want her to still be able to stay afloat. So just wanted to add that, Alice.
See, that's why you needed to stay. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're so funny.
Thank you for that.
Any parting words, Janice?
It was fun. I appreciate you guys all, even in the chat.
Yay, Janice.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
I'm grown up. I'm a grown up.
We get to hear your beautiful voice.
Thank
Aw.
you.
Yeah.
And I'm about to
Real
go.
is like, yeah.
I don't know what to say because I don't want to be too, stay at my place.
Real, I'm gonna email you later.
Okay. Yes. Help me. Help
Yeah,
me,
my
sister.
John,
Help
I
me.
have playlists on my channel.
And if you watch her playlist and you hit play all, that one play all will count. When you're doing a playlist, you don't have to play each one individually to get the watch hours.
Mm.
Also, if you're doing it to help with watch hours, please watch content within the current 365 days. Please don't go watching content from March 2024 because
Oh,
that's not going to count towards her watch hours.
Oh.
I need to get
Huh.
paid for this live.
Look,
You are
you
getting
talking.
paid. God's gonna bless you.
I'm dropping all types of nuggets.
I see.
God's gonna bless you. You get paid by Him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Taught me something I didn't know.
We can't beat God given.
But yeah, girl, those are just some things that you don't just naturally know, right? People
No.
gotta tell us. So
Right.
yeah.
Thank you
Yeah,
for
because I
that.
can go back all the way, what, 2 years, a year and a half? I went to Blue's little new videos. I just want to know more about Blue. I'm going all the way
Yeah,
back
and you
to
can do
year and a half.
that. You did that on Blue's Plate, right?
Right.
Yeah, and I think you did that probably after
Okay.
I was already monetized. But the hours were already either you did it after or before, but still they wouldn't have counted. I did not know that until I got monetized.
Oh, okay.
The hours within the 365 days are what counts when the content creator is trying to reach their 3,000 or 4,000 hours. But if we don't tell our subscribers, they don't know that. They're not just supposed to know everything because we didn't know it either. So
I didn't
we
know.
have to share information with our subscribers, let them know how they can support us, right? It's not just about pushing a button or a comment. It's kind of strategic, make sure you watch videos that are within the year. And Alice has lots of videos that you can still watch. And please interact with her. She will reply to your comments, right? Some content creators want you to comment and then they don't reply,
Blue,
especially when they're on vacation.
I commented
And
today.
then they have to play catch up. See, I'm talking about myself now since Alice just called my name out. But or whoever it
Why you
was just
still get
called my
us
name
mixed
out.
up?
Well, listen, because see, if people will put their mics on mute when they're not talking, and then push their mic when they are, then I wouldn't get y'all confused. It's
Do
always
we
somebody
sound
else's
alike?
fault.
Do we
What?
sound alike?
I'm over drinking my water.
Listen,
You drinking water,
ma'am,
mind your business, Janice?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
we
I
need
want to do that.
24 hours of don't mess with Blue.
I need to do that. Yeah, I'm not going to bother you.
Alice needs to lead and organize that.
It is organized. You didn't like my singing, so I'm going to drink my water. I'm on my business.
No, I didn't. I know you just messing with me because I'm just messing with you. I don't
Yeah.
have a problem with people singing. I mean, I do, but if I do, I'm not going to tell them. So that's rude.
I appreciate it.
People talk about mine all the time, and it hurts my feelings when they say stuff negative. So I wouldn't do that to y'all. So when I say, "Oh my gosh," and did y'all like though? Y'all sung, and then I got off.
Uh-huh.
I was like, "I'm dropping down." I thought
That
that
was
was hilarious.
that was diabolical right there.
And then I went in the chat and I was like, No.
I saw, I saw that. I saw that.
Anyway,
Yeah.
all right.
Good time.
2 hours, 24 minutes.
Yes, 28 minutes. But I don't
Yeah.
have any.
Owls will never have another hour live. It's always gonna be 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 hours live.
No, I'm not gonna have a 5 hour live
Yeah,
Lose
that's
the right.
unless
ridiculous.
it's
People to be
unless
live
it's
that long.
looping. If it's looping, I might.
Let's lose on a
But
channel. Right, Boo?
I don't know how people can do a 5 hour live or said like
That's
I don't
ridiculous.
know how.
I'll look. I would have my device on mute while I'm snoring, and y'all talking.
I've done that in people's lives before. Just fell asleep and woke up and they still be talking. I'm just like, well, at least I help support it somehow.
Oh man, I was gonna say something, but I'm not because Vaughn is not here.
Oh,
That's
But
who lives I be fall asleep in. I just fall asleep. No, not like that, but I'll be supporting at least. At least I'll be supporting. I just can't hang with that. I can't hang. I don't know how y'all. Wait,
There's Senna. I hadn't seen her the whole time.
oh, she was driving, I think.
Oh, Senna, can you tell Real that you the only one can call me Bluesy?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I need him to visually see you type it.
so I can't call her Bluesy.
So
Mm-mm.
so he won't say it anymore.
So
It
what
hurts my
about
fit. Hurts my
Blue Zay?
feelings.
Child, please look. People still call him Bonds. She been told him about 20 times.
Girl, we done
OS.
tell people, listen, we done told people on your panel, my panel, her panel. People just don't listen. But Real gonna listen today and not call me Bluesy.
Okay, excuse
And
me.
not
I
call
won't.
me Bluesy anymore.
What about Blue Zay? If I be like, what up, Blue Zay?
No.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Okay, Blue it is.
Gonna learn
You
today,
got it.
Real.
Thank you.
Gonna learn today.
I
Today's
know,
today.
right? And did,
Okay.
and definitely did.
Right. I learned my lesson. Look, Vaughn. Hey, Kia. Hi, Vaughn. No Vaughn here.
Real, I talked to HR. I'm the only one that can call Blue Bluesy effective immediately. Thank you.
Oh,
Oh,
excuse me. Ugh.
hip hip
Hey,
hooray.
point well
Hip
taken.
hip
Ain't got to
hooray.
tell me again.
Sisterhood United.
Get your head united. No, I'm just kidding. You know I'm messing with y'all.
I'm sorry. That is so funny. Real is hilarious. Oh
Yeah.
Lord.
You know, y'all is hilarious. I just sometimes I don't even be saying. I just be sitting there just listening to y'all dialogue back and forth, and some of y'all chat, and I just be like busy, but I be looking, and I be getting abs after the end of the night. It just be funny, like the stuff y'all
Listen,
go back and
Real,
forth and say.
just so you know, it's not just you. Because I call who that my who that. Let somebody pop in my chat and say my who that. I'm doing close-ups for 15 minutes to explain to them why they can't say my who that. I'd be like, her name is who that.
Who that?
So it's
My who
not
that?
just you. I do that with people, period. You are not the only one, okay? Just so you know.
I be wanting to call her who that who, because remember there was that song who that who that who that who. I just be like, hey, who that who, but I stopped myself. But now I'm
Don't do it.
learning. I know I'm like, let me not.
Yeah, don't do that.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
who
while
that?
we're talking about names, I've decided to call this channel and people that are supporting this channel the BCOG family.
BC Bluesy
Blessed
Channel.
Children of God family.
Oh,
Oh.
snap now.
I like that.
I like that. Blessed children of God. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks,
Hello?
Anna.
Why it got so quiet?
I know, like, right? I just
I guess they had to soak in.
It's definitely soaking in with me because I was the only one that didn't say nothing.
I thought it was gonna be like BCOG, like Bluesy's children on God or something like that. I didn't
Not
know.
on this channel.
Yeah, okay. Blessed child of God. I like that one. I like that.
April, stay ready. She don't have to get ready. She stay ready.
I know that's right.
So,
PCLG,
he's ready.
blessed children of God. That's a nice one. Better copyright that for somebody to try to slip it away.
I'm already
PCLG.
thinking about slipping it away. I'm trying to figure out how I can interject that into something. I'm just playing. I'm already stealing clips. Let me not be trying to steal. Listen, everybody else out here stealing content. Blue, shut up.
They are, right?
It's waste of time. Never mind, real. We'll talk about that
Yeah, we're
off
gonna
the
keep this on a positive note.
Yeah, you know, yes,
I said Blue,
yes.
shut up. I told
How my
myself
mom
to be
says it?
quiet.
Yes.
That's
Y'all
what
know,
my
like,
mom
what today's chat, you know, let me chill too. Like, what's going on?
says. Yeah.
All right, Alice. Good 2.5 hour live.
Yes.
Your girl turns the 4-5 in like 5.5 hours. So I gotta go, do some things. And I gotta go make Habib dinner because he looking at me like I'm like, you don't even usually get home this early, so there is no dinner done. But it was
He was
Alice's fault
supposed to be in
because
tune enough to know that he was gonna come home early.
I'm supposed to
Work
be
on
in
that.
tune.
Bro.
Take me to the water.
6:30. Silly.
Take me to the
Let's just
water.
let's
You wait till tomorrow, Alice. Just wait. Just wait.
I need my time.
Remember, you
Real
told us
said,
earlier to mind our business, Blue. We must practice what we preach.
Thank you.
What did I
Thank
not
you, Ruth.
mind?
Yes, Abrils. Yes.
Okay, sis, I hear you, but what did I say where I wasn't minding my own business? What did I say? Because I'll fix it right now.
fix your face.
Wait,
Sorry.
who said
I'm
that?
sorry. I'm sorry.
Wait, where did that come from?
Sorry. Oh,
Did I
never
Lord.
say
know,
something
Abril.
about somebody else's business, y'all? Because I didn't mean to.
I think she was saying you were minding Dion's business. I don't know.
Ooh.
Well,
I
that
am
is
good.
my business, so
Lord.
That loud.
Huh?
ma'am.
What'd you say? Yeah, I'll be there. Uh-huh. I need to mind my business. I thought I heard somebody call my name. I'm sorry. I am in tears right now. I can't.
Abril can tell me later what I said that wasn't my business, but
Abril is busy laughing.
oh, okay.
Y'all is crazy. Okay.
Oh, I know why she's saying it. Thank you, Lord. I got it. She's saying I said I was on here instead of doing dinner. And doing dinner is part of my business. And so I should have been doing that instead of blah blah blah. And
Huh.
I think that's what she's trying to say.
Huh.
Practice what I preach, mind my business, and go make my husband his dinner. But then by her saying that, she not minding her business. So we just gonna be in the not minding our own business boat.
Still
What is
circus
it?
Real.
tag.
We
Oh,
gonna be in the don't mind your own business boat together.
I can see the live tomorrow. Ooh, I can see the live.
It's gonna be lively. It's gonna be jumping.
Y'all make sure you have snacks because we're gonna be on for a while tomorrow.
Where we
Snacks,
going?
coffee, Red
Wait,
Bulls,
Alice, what time are
everything.
you going live?
I'm not going live tomorrow. I'm
Oh.
talking
You
about
talk
your
about
live.
your live, Blue.
Oh, y'all don't have to have no snacks. It's not gonna be that serious.
Yeah, right.
It's gonna
Mm-hmm.
be like 3 lives, so you'll have time to.
I'll catch the last one. I only can catch the last one.
Yeah, you'll have several times to catch me tomorrow,
Good,
and they're
good.
not gonna be long.
Hmm, hmm,
Thank you. I
hmm.
said what I said.
Bro is cracking up.
No, pull
Yeah,
that back
so we're
with
gonna
it.
do we're gonna do lunch at the park, and then we're going to do the crab legs at night, and then we're gonna be on journey at night.
Oh yes, make a note. Oh, you put on the content.
Nice setup.
So
I need some Journey Maryland because, oh Lord, oof, I need some.
um. Okay.
I'm not gonna
I
say it.
gotta.
I'll wait.
I gotta step down, y'all. I gotta get ready.
All
But
right, Real. Thank
definitely enjoyed
you.
myself. Of
bye,
course, of
Real.
course. Yeah, no problem, y'all. Duty calls. All right, y'all take it easy.
All right, you
soon.
too.
Bye, everybody.
Bro got me cracking up. Oh my goodness gracious. Don't you love a good chat? Lunch in the park sounds good. Yeah, I'm gonna do salad.
Yeah, that
Get a
sounds very
salad
romantic.
in the park by myself, me and the geese in the
I
channel.
thought you were having lunch with Dion.
Girl, Dion works a full 12 hours tomorrow. He not gonna be around for my birthday till nighttime.
Did you hear me say that's romantic?
I did. I thought you was being funny because I was saying with the geese,
No,
but
when you said with the geese, that's what I was like. Wait a minute.
hmm me and the geese in the chat is gonna spend tomorrow early afternoon together, and then I'll be back with y'all tomorrow for dinner, and then we'll go to
Okay.
do viewers pick on the other channel.
Okay.
You know, we haven't done viewers pick in a while, so yeah. So you guys join us. All are welcomed. Mostly all are welcomed.
Janice, did you have anything you wanted to say before you go?
No, no, mm-mm. I'm good.
I was hoping you did have something to say.
She gonna
It's
ask you if
easier
you
to
got something
type.
to say and then make you talk.
No, I just said I was hoping. I didn't say you better
It's
say
easier
something.
to
I said
type.
I was hoping.
It's easier to type in the chat because I'm good. Because Blue can just, yeah, no, I'm good for now. I'll get it
Wait
tomorrow.
a minute. This is Alice's panel. You don't gotta worry about me saying something bad
Oh,
to
I'm not
you.
worried. I'm not worried. It's not bad. I'm just saying, like,
Oh.
no. Oh,
Yeah,
Blue,
I don't
don't worry.
have no takeover spirit. This Alice girl.
Mm, mm. Let me go on mute for a minute.
I don't know how to do that. So, I mean,
Oh, that's why you haven't been hitting your mute button.
I don't know how. Blue, this is
Oh,
my first time.
you just hit it.
Look
It should
down
be
where
a
you see your name and everything.
No, I'm on my phone. I only see join the chat and then
Oh,
comment.
you're on your phone. It's different on your phone.
oh well,
Oh,
I'll tell you. Oh, I can't tell you how it is on your phone because you got an Android.
hold up. Okay, this is where I crossed the line. I am Android team all the way. Blue.
And God
That's
bless your
right.
heart, my sweetness. But I still
Team Android.
the point is I can't tell you
I
what
know,
it
Blue.
looks like because it might be different. But on mine, it's the three of us on panel, and at the bottom there's a mic button, a camera button, a chat button, a more button, and a leave button. And the mic button is what you hit to mute.
Let me see if I do it sideways. What it's showing
Do you
me.
see a mic?
Nope.
You don't see a mic?
Mine's also, it just shows chat, comment, live, 14 stars. That's it.
Well, for right now, you can, if you're on a panel, you can just say, can you mute me? And I can mute you.
Oh, okay.
Wait, you can mute people while you're on panel,
Uh-oh.
Alice?
No, say no. Say no, because she's going to try to do it tomorrow.
Can mute people you heard?
I just muted and unmuted you, Blue.
Tia was fine. Smart pants. So then the answer is yes.
Yeah, I was trying to show, sometimes you can show people better than you can tell them.
Well, seeing how I'm not looking at the screen, that didn't help.
Okay.
So yeah,
Oh,
didn't I
so you were
just?
talking and you were muted.
Oh, okay. So how do you do that? How do you do that for other people?
I don't think you can do it.
No, I'm saying tomorrow.
Oh, I'm not going to tell you because you're going to try to mute me.
No, I'm just saying in general because people might come on the panel that don't
Uh-huh.
understand the mute button. So
Okay.
I'm just asking for that purpose. I'm not trying to be funny. I was trying to have a serious moment.
You'll just see their avatar,
Uh-huh.
and to the right hand side of avatar, you'll see the mic, and then next to that, you see the three dots. You just click on the mic.
That's if you do it from the computer.
Yeah, I'm on a computer.
So I wonder if you can do that when you're using your phone.
I'm not sure about the phone because I don't like to go on StreamYard on my phone.
Okay, I'll see. I'll just see tomorrow. If not, if I don't have a mute button, I'll just tell people to hold on and be quiet for a minute.
Okay.
Mhm.
Cause it's my birthday and I'll say what I want to. I'm gonna be a mess in 5 hours. Watch.
Jesus.
I'm warning everybody. Wait till 7. What time was I born? 7:36 a.m. Wait till 7:36 a.m. I'm gonna be on it.
Morning, baby.
Wow. That's a warning, y'all.
I'm gonna
That's a
be on the phone
warning.
at who that at midnight, trying to see if I can open one of my presents.
Christmas.
Be like, it's official. Can I open one now?
She's not lying, y'all. She's telling the truth.
I am telling the truth. Mm-hmm. All right.
All right,
I'm
y'all.
gonna get.
Thank y'all for joining the
I'll see y'all
panel.
later.
Can somebody
I'm
drop Janice's link? Janice and Tara.
Brill did earlier. Thank you.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Brill.
Abril is always on it.
Mm-hmm.
If she could quit
All right.
laughing at me for a minute.
Who you talking to?
Abril.
Ooh, ooh, mm. See, I gotta get done.
Oh,
Yeah.
She was busy cracking up with me. Kept cracking up at me and with me. If you want to join, oh, I like it.
I told you, Abril stays ready.
Blessed child of God family. Mm-mm. Can I be a part of that without being one of the family members? Can I be like the
You have a problem with
the
the family?
outside of the family member?
Ooh, she- what am I?
I
Blue.
just want to be I just want to be different.
We're all different. We come together as one.
I want to have
And
like I want to be that one that like you know how you got that uncle
no,
that
that
that aunt that's not really a aunt
Oh Lord
but she
Jesus,
shows up
she's
to everything.
all dressed up with makeup and everything, high heels to
Right.
the gods. Yeah. Hmm.
Doing dances from the 1960s and 70s and stuff.
Hmm.
Anyway, okay. Enough procrastinating. Good night, you all. Have a great night.
Sorry.
Good
Okay.
night.
I need Janice to find her mic button by tomorrow.
No, ma'am.
She doing
I
too
will not
much.
because when I get home, I'll be either a good mood or bad mood. You'll know by tomorrow because I'm gonna be
Lord have mercy.
somebody's
Let me
somebody's
go
guinea
out
pig
right
tomorrow.
quick and get me a drink for tomorrow because something tells me I'm going to be in it. Let me go get me a little Tennessee whiskey or something right quick.
I mean, you don't want me to get on your live, Blue? You don't want me to go up there?
No, I just don't want y'all to get on my nerves. I don't
I'm
mind
gonna
y'all
be on
being
your
on my
nerves. Oh
live.
yeah.
Well, if you don't want me to get on your nerves, you might as well not allow me to come to your channel.
Oh,
Okay. So everybody's
oh,
fired
I'm
for
not gonna
so
miss it.
everybody's
I'm
fired for 24 hours.
fire
That's
me.
horrible.
I don't care. I'm going. Fire me. I'm going. I'm late to the party, but I'm going.
Jeez.
I ain't missing it.
Oh my goodness.
No, I'm not. I just gotta see
Girl,
her
we
face tomorrow. I can't say why,
Alice
but I
is
want
trying to
to see
get
her
off
face.
and we just keep going on and on and on about absolutely nothing. We just talking. Thank you, bro. Okay, Alice. I'll leave so that you can end so you're not here another
Okay.
hour.
All right, I'm
All
gonna go.
right.
Let's just
Hey,
say,
y'all be good.
All
See
you
y'all
right.
too.
tomorrow.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks for the song. I'm
All right.
about to go clip it right now.
Okay. You're welcome.
Both of them. Okay, bye.
Mm.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm
Thanks,
gonna step
Janice.
so far.
I think you on the Android, you can just exit out of StreamYard.
I got it, I think. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Girl, I don't know how to strike nobody for real. I wouldn't strike you. Thank y'all. Thanks everybody who joined the live. Let me go over the list of everyone I saw in the chat. Who that? Janice, who joined the panel. Larry. Tara, who joined the panel. Scorpio Mama. SBK. Wanda. Jamila. Marjan. Urban. Mookie. KC. Key. Els Endeavor. Foxy to Roxy. And my moderators, Vaughn, Shay. I said what I said. Real, Senna, and I believe that's it. And those who joined the panel, I said what I said. Real, Janice, Vaughn. Oh, I don't think I said Blue, but Blue joined the chat. Blue is a moderator also. And Blue was also on panel. And then we also had, I think I said Real, but I'm going to say Real again. And I believe that's it. I hope I didn't miss anybody. But if I missed anybody, guys, please charge it to my head and not my heart. Yes, everyone have a great evening. And remember that God loves you even more than I do. And I really do love you all. So I'm going to play the music as we go out. Once the music is done, the live will be over. Thanks again, y'all.